Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. It's Matchday Live, the last Matchday Live of the season for the Arsenal women, of course, at home to Aston Villa this afternoon. We need a point to guarantee Champions League qualification. Even a narrow defeat will probably be enough. Manchester City would need to win if we lose and turn around an 11-goal difference. So we're almost there, but let's get the point. Let's get the 3 points. Arsenal women versus Aston Villa women from Meadow Park coming up the other side of this Matchday Live. So Arsenal now Frida Marnham again inside there looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again. So this is it then, last game of the season. It's been a long season. It's been a difficult season for the Arsenal women, but it looks as though it's going to end not only with a trophy, of course, the brilliant Continental Cup victory, but also with a place in next season's Champions League, certainly the qualified stages of that competition. We just need a point, as I say, to guarantee it. Even a narrow defeat would still probably be enough. But let's not think about a defeat. Let's end the season in style. Let's end the season in the way that we have played most of the season. Now, we've got your final team news in, your final team selection of the season. And this is our Arsenal lineup for this game today. Then in goal, it is Sabrina D'Angelo. It's a back three again. Lotta Rubenmoy, Jem Beattie. Rafaela Souza, our last game. We are going to miss her, aren't we? In midfield, then, it's Noel Moritz, Frida Marnham, Victoria Pelova and Steph Catley. And then Katie McCabe and Jodie Taylor are going to be either side of Stina Blackstenius. No Caitlin Ford in the squad at all today. I'm not sure if there's an injury issue with her. Anyway, on the bench then for Arsenal, Manu Zinsberger and Kayla Marquise, Taya Goldie, Ruby Doe, Katie Reid, Katerina Cole, Gio Quiros, Freya Godfrey and Michelle Aubameyang. So quite a lot of youngsters there on the Arsenal bench today. For Aston Villa, and this is how they line up. In goal for them, it is Hannah Hampton, of course, England goalkeeper. They're back for Sarah Malin, Rachel Coulsey, Danielle Turner and Maz Pacheco. In midfield, it is Kirsty Hansen, Lucy Staniforth and Remy Allen. And the three up front for them, it is Lauren Blind Brown, Rachel Daly and Alicia Lehman. Of course, Rachel Daly is the top goal scorer in the WSL. On the bench, then, you thought we had problems. They've only got three players on the bench, goalkeeper Anna Leet, and they've got Chantel Boy-Horlock and Simone McGill. So Aston Villa obviously are struggling for numbers today as well in their squad. We've put a load of youngsters on our bench, which is great. Steve's in his chat, he's gone 3-1 to Arsenal. Well, we'll take 3-1, won't we? That'd be decent. But Gemma says, hi, Rich. Yes, we'll miss Rafa. Yeah, we will. We are going to miss Rafa. There's no doubt about that, is there? Such a shame that she's had to move. It is a real shame, you know. If you saw a video today, really, really nice, saying how much she loves the club, and it's just circumstances, personal circumstances are the reason why she is gonna be moving at the end of the season. So yeah, let's hope she gets a good send off today. I'm sure the crowd at Meadow Park will make sure that she does. And yeah, she's had a great 18 months, hasn't she? She's been a really good player. A few injuries maybe that didn't help, but when she's played, she's been outstanding. And it looked as though her partnership with Leah Williamson was going to be the rock for Arsenal to build on, but unfortunately Leah Williamson now going to be out most of next season, and Rafaela Souza is now going to be leaving, so we're going to have to start again, aren't we? I think Jem Beattie isn't got a whole season, you know, let's be honest. Lots of Rubenmoy could get more opportunities. Taya Goldie may well get more opportunities, but I think we need to buy in the summer. If you saw the show last night, we did talk about the centre-back situation, which obviously is needs to be addressed now, doesn't it? With Rafaela leaving. But yeah, we wish her the best. Hope she can go out in style today. But nice to get a goal, wouldn't it? To end her Arsenal career with a goal. She's got a few very dangerous from set pieces, of course, as we know. But yeah, I mean, no surprises really from the Arsenal team other than Caitlin Ford. I'm not sure if anybody knows what's happened to Caitlin Ford. She's obviously been playing well in the last couple of games. She played well last week against Chelsea and, of course, scored 2 goals the game before against Everton. So not quite sure if there's an injury issue with her. I haven't heard anything, but she's missing. So Jodie Taylor comes in again. We know she'll give out everything, Jodie Taylor. Regina says, which defender will we get? Defenders, yeah, well, I don't know. really don't know yet. We're going to have to see, aren't we, how that works out. The scouting team are going to have to get busy now, aren't they? Obviously, it's only been released in the last few days that Hafeila's leaving. I mean, whether that was spoke about at a club earlier, they didn't want to release the information until the end of the season, I don't know. But hopefully they can get to work and get the right players in. And so far, they've not done too badly. The players that we've brought in since Jonas has been here, we can't really have too many complaints about, can we? They've all been good signings. So let's hope that let's hope it's the same. We've got a plan in place and we can get in the defenders that we need. Of course, now it's suddenly an extra area of the team that needs strengthening, of course, along with the midfield and up front as well. We do need a big summer, don't we? We've just fallen short in the league again this year, haven't we? And the injuries haven't helped us. But when you think that Beth Mead's probably not going to be fit straight away in the season, certainly Viv won't be until getting towards Christmas. Leah Williamson will be out until the end of the season, maybe March. She might be playing back again. And they're not. We can't expect these players to come straight back in, can we? And straight away hit the ground running. We do need a lot of reinforcements this summer. Otherwise, the season could have run away from us before Christmas, So, yeah, it's a big summer coming up, isn't it, for the men and the women? But particularly now, the women really do need to strengthen this squad because we've got such a, we've got such a good spirit there. We know how well we've played in the circumstance of the season, and just not reinforced in the right areas this summer to really enable us to push on next season would be a real shame, wouldn't it? Because we're not far away, are we? We've not been far away last two seasons. We've got a trophy this season as well, which is even better, isn't it? So yeah, let's see what happens in the summer. It's going to be a big summer. We know that, and let's hope that we can get the players that we need. And maybe this time next year, last game of the season, it'll be us looking forward to the league, trying to win the league, or maybe already have it wrapped up. It is between Chelsea and Manchester United today, of course. Chelsea are away at Reading, Manchester United are away at Liverpool. Man United need Chelsea to lose, and they have to win. I think a draw for Chelsea, then Man United will have to win big, and you probably think that's not going to happen, but of course, Reading need a win to stay up. So that's quite an interesting game, isn't it? The Reading against Chelsea game. We will keep an eye on that as well as we go through this afternoon. But our focus, of course, as always, is on the Arsenal women, because that's the team that we're bothered about, aren't we? And we want to see us finish the season in style, and hopefully we will. Redenda says, do you know any in Europe that are any good? Well, I mean, there's loads, isn't there? I mean, the German league's got a lot of great defenders. There's the one thing I would say is, we hadn't heard of Rafaela Souza, had we, before we bought her, and look how good she turned out to be. So we'll have scouts looking around that they'll know the players that we need to buy. They'll be targeting the players that we need to buy, and I have full faith in them. There's a lot of good defenders around. We've come up against a few. Bayern Munich, the best defence in Europe. Would they sell to us? No, probably not. So I think we need to take all these things into account and put our hands in the trust of the guys that have been doing a great job so far. And if we can unveil another defender like Rafaela Souza to come in, then that would be great, wouldn't it? We'd be more than happy with that. So let's hope that's going to be the case. Just a side issue. Arsenal women are wearing a new kit today, a new home kit, of course, that was released yesterday. The men will be wearing it tomorrow as well. And the teams are coming out in the sunshine at Meadow Park. Aston Villa are all in black. And Arsenal, of course, saying this new kit with the gold trim, which, a lot of people have their own opinions on it, and that's fair enough. But I'm not really bothered what the kit looks like. The home kit's always going to be red with white sleeves, isn't it? And as long as that's what it is, I don't really care. It's the players wearing it that I'm bothered about. And today, it's these players that have served us so well this season, haven't they? Katie McCabe, of course, is captain again in the absence of Kim Little and Leah Williamson. And Arsenal just lining up now alongside Aston Villa. Sabrina D'Angelo in goal today, which is going to be another opportunity for her. She's not let us down, has she? In fact, I think she should be the number one choice next season. I'm sure that's going to happen. Aston Villa's goalkeeper, Hannah Hampton, of course, had her problems this season, but she's a great goalkeeper. And I'm sure she's going to prove to be difficult to get through today. Let's have your score predictions in then, guys. Let me know what you think. I say we already had Steve in there. He said 3-1 to Arsenal. Let me know what you guys think. Put your score predictions in. See if anybody's going to get it right. I went 4-1 last night on the show. I'm still going to stick with that. So why not be optimistic for the end of the season? Just run through the Arsenal team again. It's Sabrina D'Angelo in goal. The back three: Lotta Rubenmoy, Jem Beattie, and Rafaela Souza. Cross midfield: Noel Moritz, Frida Marnham, Victoria Pelova, and Steph Catley. And the three up front: Katie McCabe, Stina Blackstenius, and it's Jodie Taylor. No Caitlin Ford today. For Aston Villa and in goal, Hannah Hampton, as we said, they're back four. They've got Sarah Malin, Rachel Coulsey, Danielle Turner and Maz Pacheco. In midfield, Kirsty Hansen, Lucy Staniforth and Remy Allen. And the three up front is Laura Blinks-Kilder, Rachel Daly and Alicia Lehman. So that is your team lineups then. The sun's out at Meadow Park. There's a big crowd in, capacity crowd. So much so that we couldn't get tickets early enough. We had a hotel booked and everything, but so we had to cancel because we didn't have tickets this week. And now there was a few become available, a little bit gutted, but anyway, it is what it is. We haven't managed to get down to the game. We didn't want to take the risk of not being able to get a ticket. Bongo Goon is in the chat. He says, "Come on, you guys, indeed." Wayne says, "Just seen a rumour linking us to 27-year-old centre back Vingon's Dottir from." But yeah, she's a great player, isn't she? Just seen it on Soccer Donna. Well, that would be a great signing, wouldn't it? I mean, I said the Bayern Munich defenders. She is a great player. There's no doubt about that. That would be a good signing for us. But who knows? I think Man City could be losing a couple of players if they're not in the Champions League. Alex Greenwood, left-footed centre back, good at set pieces. She'd be an option. Bongo says, "Sorry, can't join today. Only popping in for the light. Come on, you guys." Thank you very much, mate. Enjoy your day. Hopefully the women will do us proud. I'll probably see you tomorrow for the men's game. And I say the teams are just doing their little huddle, and the camera's gone in the huddle as well. So you might see bits and pieces of that on social media later on. Arsenal look quite relaxed in the new kit, and hopefully we can produce a good performance. For those of you wondering, the game is on the FA Player in the UK. The camera angle is never the best on that FA Player, but never mind. We'll do our best to keep up with what's going on for you. We'll give you everything that you need to know. And we are just about to kick off here. Final game of the season. It's always it's a good occasion for Arsenal women. We've had a good season. We've won a trophy. That's what it's all about. And we're going to enjoy this game today. It's going to be Stina Blackstenius to kick off. Arsenal attacking the goal to our right in this first half, which is the south stand or the south end of the terrace with no roof, if you know Meadow Park. And we are just about to get off and underway. Terry's in the chat. He says, "Good afternoon, Richard." All in the chat. He's going 5-1. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Rajendra says we need 2 or 3 defenders. Yeah, we do. We need a right back. We need a centre back, certainly, maybe 2 centre backs. Anyway, we're off and another way here at Meadow Park. Arsenal in possession. The ball goes back to Lotta Wogan-Moy, plays it up this near side. You can never see the near side with a camera angle on the FA Player, but we are coming forward straight away. Stina was trying to get on the end of that ball, but it's played back there by Danielle Turner to Hannah Hampton in goal for Aston Villa today. So she had her problems earlier in the season, didn't she, when she sort of had to leave an England squad. She was left out of the Aston Villa team. But she's back now. Very good young goalkeeper, Hannah Hampton. And I think she's going to be a difficult goalkeeper to get past. Anyway, Villa coming forward for the first time. Kirsty Hansen, who did, of course, give Villa the lead at Villa Park in the reverse fixture before Christmas. Of course, we did come back to win that game 4-1, but Villa did lead, didn't they? It was Kirsty Hansen's goal. On loan, of course, from Manchester United, who could be champions today, but the chances seem quite unlikely. But we will keep you up to date with that game as well as the afternoon progresses. But we're not worried too much about that, are we? All we care about is how the Arsenal women finished the season. Noah Maritz has done really well there to get a block in, but Rachel Daly's onto that quickly. Socks rolled down by her ankles. Rachel Daly in her traditional style. Can't believe she's top goal scorer at WSL and she played left back in the Euros. Incredible. What a great player she is. Of course, she always played as a forward previous in her career as well. So it's not a total surprise, but a number of goals she scored has been 21 WSL goals in 21 games. Incredible. And she's going to be the danger today, isn't she? We need to keep her quiet. We know how good she is in the air. Balls into the box. We're going to have to defend really well, aren't we? You know, we've got a free kick. It wasn't offside there against Aston Villa. Jen Beattie is going to take this. I'm sure she wouldn't have been expecting to play the number of games that she's had to play this season, Jen Beattie, well, and how well she's done as well, you have to say. Super Jen Beattie, of course, as Terry would say. And yeah, she's had a very, very good season for us. She's not played as much earlier in the season, but now when it's mattered, she's stepped up and really, really stepped up and done the job. It's good to see the Arsenal fans over there, but in that corner, over on that far side in the sunshine. Some, of course, wearing a new shirt, which, of course, went on sale yesterday. Very expensive. I still like this pink one. Anyway, Villa coming forward. Lehman puts the ball into the box. It finds Rachel Daly, but in fact, the offside flag's gone up anyway against Alicia Lehman. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Of course, last season, it was Arsenal's last home game, wasn't it? Certainly last home game at Meadow Park, sorry, wasn't it? We won 7-0 against Aston Villa. I'm not expecting a game like that today, unfortunately. But let's hope that we can get the victory. Noel Moritz now on his near side does well, plays the ball forward into Stina Blackstenius. She's done well. Stina gets it back out again to Noel Moritz on his near side, put under pressure there by 2 players. The ball's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. In fact, the Lions woman on this near side give it as a throw to Aston Villa. Noel Moritz already took it, but it's going to have to come back. It is going to be a throw. It's difficult for us to see on this near side. Just the camera angle is quite difficult. Doesn't really show the touch line on this near side. But that did go out of play, and it was a throw to Aston Villa. The ball's now back with goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. She plays it out short. We've played 3 minutes. Nothing much has really happened so far. Rafaela Souza gets her first involvement on her last game for Arsenal. It's a throw she takes over on that far side, finds Jem Beattie into Frida Marnham. Now to Lotta Woober Moy. Arsenal looking to get the ball forward up this near side with Noel Moritz. Good defending actually there from Kirsty Hansen. Just takes the ball away there from. But there's a mistake at the back there. Katie McCabe's inside the box. Oh, that's a good tackle, actually. A crunching tackle that was there from Danielle Turner as Katie McCabe was looking to get into the box there. It was a mistake at the back from Pichetto, and Katie McCabe was in for a brief moment there, but a good tackle that was from Turner. And it's got out for, is it a corner to Arsenal or a throw? Can't really see it. I think it's a corner on this near side. The first opportunity to get Rafaela Souza in there. We wanted to get a goal today, don't we? Wouldn't that be a great send-off for the Brazilian who's been brilliant for Arsenal since joining in January 2022? Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal on this near side. Arsenal's right. And Frida Marnham and Katie McCabe are both over. This looks like it's going to be... was it Steph Catley? I can't see. You can't really see who's on it. It was Steph Catley. Actually plays it short. Gets the ball back again. Steph Catley on the edge of the penalty area. Whips it in towards the far post. Lotta Woober-Moyes underneath it. Heads it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It falls to an Aston Villa defender. They clear it away. Opportunity that was from Arsenal. Katie McCabe now plays it back to Noel Moritz on halfway. Now it's Victoria Palova. Her first real involvement actually in the game so far. Victoria plays it back to Noel Moritz, and it goes all the way back to Sabrina D'Angelo. And a bit of goal mouth action there for the first time in this game. Nearly 5 minutes played. Good corner, a short corner, good cross from Steph Catley. Lots of Woober got ahead on the end of it, but it was an Aston Villa head that managed to clear the ball away. But Noel Moritz now plays up this near side. Stina Blackstenius is in behind on this near side inside the area. Oh, she's offside. The flag's gone up, and Stina's offside. Lovely ball though from Noel Moritz. Almost put Stina in. It was a tight angle. She's more likely to have rolled the ball back across the box there, but the offside flag was raised. We're probably not going to see a replay. I mean, she looked offside when she got the ball, but that doesn't matter, does it? Robert says here, hi, Richard. I hope everyone is ready for Arsenal Subbuteo. Indeed. Anyway, Aston Villa now in possession in midfield. Stina is closing them down quickly, and Pichetto now plays it in to midfield with Lucy Staniforth. Now it goes back to Rachel Corsie, of course, who scored 2 own goals, isn't she, for Arsenal in these fixtures. One, of course, last season's game, and that's 7-0. She scored an own goal, didn't she? Anyway, the ball's just gone out of play. There was pressure there put on Aston Villa, and it was Blink Kilda Brown. It was who put it out. It's a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Noel Moritz. It's just put out by Kirsty Hansen. It's going to be another throw to Arsenal in front of the West Stand. Terry said, I'll give £10 to anyone who spots Andreas in the crowd today. If no one spots him by half time, anyone in the chat must hit the like button. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who spots Andreas, let us know in the crowd today. And if you don't find him, you have to give us a like. But you have to give us a like anyway, because it means Arsenal win. That's what happens. If we get 40 likes, then it definitely means we'll win. Loki says, afternoon all. Good afternoon, Loki. Hope you are well. Our last women's watch-along of the season. It's been a long season. It's been a difficult season, but it's been a glorious season because we won a trophy. We're coming forward again now with Frida Marnham. Lays the ball off to Jodie Taylor. Wouldn't it be nice for her to get a goal? This may well be her last appearance as well, because it was only a short-term deal, wasn't it? So it could be her last appearance as well. It'd be nice for her to get a goal, wouldn't it? Her first goal of this second spell. Anyway, Arsenal looking fairly comfortable in this game so far. We played 7 minutes, not really too many chances at either end, but Arsenal in control, certainly in the possession. And let's hope that we can start to create a few more chances. Jem Beattie with that long ball up this near side. That's a great ball as well to Noel Moritz. A little bit of space on this near side. Noel Moritz, lovely little bit of play from her. She leaves the ball now to Katie McCabe. She's just held up. The momentum's come out of that attack a little bit, actually, because We maybe could have got the ball into the box anyway. Rafaela Souza over on that far side. Wasn't a good ball though, looking for Steph Catley, but she's got another chance. She does find Steph Catley this time. Plays it up the line to Jodie Taylor just outside the penalty. Puts across into near post. Stina's in there, flicks it over the goalkeeper. It's going to go in. It is in, is it? No. Oh, it's right across the goal line. Stina was in there. In fact, I don't know whether or not it's given us offside. Stina nipped in there. Good play from Jodie Taylor. Stina at that near post. She definitely wasn't offside. She got a flick on there. Was it the defender got a flick on it? And Katie McKay was coming in, couldn't quite get a touch on it to knock it in, and the whistle's gone anyway. It's a free kick. I don't quite know what for. But anyway, Kanisha in the chat. How you doing, Kanisha? Good to see you. Shout out to co-host of today's live broadcast show on the final day of the WSL. Keep up the good work of yours. And thank you very much for tuning in. Kanisha says, greetings to each and every one of the family tuning in from all over the world. Exactly, yeah, all over the world. That's what it's about, isn't it? Robert says there, third without all-star players, just amazing. Really, yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. Terry says good defending. Now, I didn't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't know what it was given as a free kick for. Loki says how. I'm not quite sure what it was given for, but anyway, we didn't score anyway, so I suppose it's irrelevant really. Anyway, the ball's now back with Hannah Hampton, the goalkeeper, all in orange for Aston Villa. That's not a great clearance actually. Steph Catley almost got underneath it. Now Daly touches it off to Alicia Lehman. Villa coming forward now on this near side. Kirsty Hansen in possession, running at Noel Moritz just on the edge of the penalty area. She gets in the penalty area, but just trips over the ball a little bit. And Noel Moritz is able to step in and put the ball out for a throw to Aston Villa. We played 9 minutes at Meadow Park. Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. But a decent start from Arsenal. We've certainly been the better team. And it's a throw though to Aston Villa on his near side. Again, we can't really see it due to the camera angle on the FA player. But anyway, it is going to be a throw to Aston Villa. Rachel Daly was in there, but the ball is gone out. Sorry, it was Alicia Lehman. It's been put behind again by Noel Moritz. It's another throw to Aston Villa on this near side. Coming up to 10 minutes on the clock. And that was a poor touch there actually from Staniforth. It's gone out. This time it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Lots of Woogan-Moy comes across to take it. And just want to see Arsenal just maybe move the ball a little bit quicker. We've certainly had a lot of possession, but we're just not, when we get in that final third, it's just not quite happened for us as yet. The ball just bounced out of play for a throw to Aston Villa. A little bit of a scrappy spell this has been in the game. Both teams not really able to get a good foot on the ball, but Aston Villa now trying to come forward. This is better from them. This is good play actually from Blinkel. Plays it out to the far side. The cross comes in from Sarah Malin, but Sabrina comes out and catches that. Great goalkeeping that is there from the Canadian. Dominating that 6-yard box. That's one criticism that we've had of Manu, isn't it? That she doesn't maybe do that enough, but Sabrina did there. Great hands again, and that's what we've become used to from her. Brilliant goalkeeper she is, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more of her next season. It's a throw to Arsenal. Katie McKay throws out the line. Stina's running in behind again. Stina, in case you get a cross in, held up briefly there by the Aston Villa defender, but she plays the ball back to Noel Moritz. Stina again working hard in the early stages to try to get in behind that Aston Villa defence. Lotta Woogan-Moy switches the play to the far side, to Rafaela Souza. And then it's in to Frida Marnham. Just playing that deeper role now, isn't she, Frida Marnham, with, of course, Leah Walty out injured. And she's filled in there pretty well. Anyway, also coming forward again over on that far side. Steph Catley, can she get in behind inside the penalty area? She managed to win the ball. Jodie Taylor's in, but it's a very tight angle now. Jodie Taylor just falls back again. Good play that was from Steph Catley. Sarah Malin clears the ball away. In fact, it's a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. And Arsenal pressing high up the pitch. What we've become used to from this team. We know that's what they're going to do. They've done it well. Now it's Rafaela Souza plays the ball again to Steph Catley over on that far side. Gets it back. Rafaela plays it back again to Jem Beattie just on halfway. And it comes square to Lotta Woogan-Moy, plays the ball forward into Katie McCabe. Now it's Victoria Plover on the edge of the box into Stina on the edge of the area. Stina gets away from one defender. Oh, the ball wouldn't quite fall for her. And Aston Villa have managed to scramble that one away. And now Sarah Malin should complete the clearance to Alicia Lehman. But Steph Catley steps in. Or was that a foul? Referee says no. The referee's Amy. Actually, I don't know who the referee is now. Sorry, I did write it down, but I can't find it. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, Aston Villa are now trying to come forward with Kirsty Hansen, but Noel Moritz is across there, and Noel Moritz does well. And surely that's a throw to Arsenal. Came off the Aston Villa player, did it? No, referee's giving it to Villa. And it is going to be a throw on this near side. Steve says, "Hi Terry, just come back. Have you where you just come back from? Don't go anywhere when the game's on, mate." I don't know what time it is actually in Australia. You'll have to let us know. Will it be late in the evening? Anyway, it's a throw to Villa, which they've taken quickly. Rachel Daly in possession for Villa, plays the ball back. She's just got voted WSL Player of the Year, hasn't she? Rachel Daly. What a great season that she's had. So 21 goals, incredible. And let's hope she can bang a few in the World Cup for England. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's a long ball over the top. And Sabrina was a little bit slow coming out for that, but she's got it in her hands now, all in yellow. The Arsenal goalkeeper rolls the ball out to Jem Beattie. Now it's into Victoria Palova. She's playing a deeper role as well. Players having to fill in, aren't they, in positions that maybe it's not their favoured position in the last couple of months of the season due to the injuries that we've had. And it just goes to show what a great job they've done, because to have the injuries that we've had and players having to play in different positions to normal, it's just credit to everybody really involved that we've managed to stay competitive. We won a trophy, semi-final of Champions League, and we took our title chances down to the second from last game, and it was only last week's defeat at Chelsea that made it mathematically impossible, although it was, even if we won that game, it still would have been fairly unlikely. Anyway, Katie McCabe trying to win the ball high up the pitch again, but it does run through to goalkeeper Hannah Hampton, who goes along up that far side, but Hafiella's in there. And the referee says, play on. In fact, she's not giving any silly little free kicks to the referee. She's letting the game flow, which is nice. And Frida Martin have on that far side. Finds Steph Catley. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in. Oh, it's cleared away by the Aston Villa defender, Rachel Coulsey. Not very convincingly, actually. And Noel Moritz has got it on this near side. Plays it back to Lotta Wuga-Moy. Plays it into the feet there of Katie McCabe. Lays it off. In fact, the referee's given a free kick to Aston Villa. Backing in there by Katie McCabe. Maybe a slightly soft one there. I was just saying that she wasn't giving a lot of soft free kicks, but she gave a soft free kick there. Katie McCabe she had hold of her shirt. How was that a foul? How was that a foul by Katie McCabe? She had her shirt pulled. Anyway, the referee's giving it to Aston Villa. Hannah Hampton is going to take it, and she rolls it square to Rachel Coulsey and gives it back to Hannah Hampton. And Aston Villa trying to play it out from the back. They've had a good season, Villa, haven't they? They're going to finish fifth in the WSL, which is a great effort, isn't it? When you look at how sort of established the top four are. To come fifth, the best of the rest, is a good effort, and they look as though they're a team that's growing, and they may well be challenging for those European places next season. Who knows? A good transfer window. They may well be able to. Anyway, Jem Beattie pings another great ball actually up this near side, finds Noel Moritz again. Can she line a cross up? She does line a cross up, slightly over hit actually, but all the way to the far post, it's cleared away, and now Alicia Lehman trying to come forward, but Frida Marnham's in there quickly to win the ball back. I must admit, I don't get the hype about Lehman. I don't think she's a particularly great player. That ball over the top, finds Stina. Can she get a cross in over on that far side? Holds the ball up well, lays it off to Steph Catley. She will be able to get a cross in, although she cuts inside. Nice play there. Comes back to Frida Marnham. She thought about a shot, couldn't get it out of her feet. But now Lotta Wuga-Moy's got a chance. Thinks across towards the far post. Stina trying to get on the end of it. The clearance only comes to Victoria Palova. She tries to lay the ball off to Lotta Wuga-Moy, but she does at the second attempt. That was a good ball there. Stina couldn't quite get on the end of it. But Lotta again in possession. She started this game well again. A really good spell, hasn't she? Lotta Wuga-Moy playing really good stuff at this minute. That's another good cross again to the edge of the 6-yard box. Just a little bit too high for Jodie Taylor coming out of the far post. And if Lotta isn't selected in the World Cup, it will be an absolute travesty, won't it? The way she's finished this season has been brilliant. And certainly deserves a place in the squad, if not in the starting lineup. Of course, with Leah Williamson out, there's a place at the back, isn't there, going? And she's a much better bet than Esme Morgan. There's no doubt about that. But let's see what Serena does when the World Cup comes around. But Lotta's had a brilliant season. Anyway, Victoria Palova just won the ball back off Blinkendale, and it's come up this near side now to Noel Moritz, plays it back to Lotta. A little bit of time and space Lotta's got now to pick a pass. She just plays it short instead to Victoria Palova. And then it's played back to the goalkeeper, Sabrina D'Angelo, the Canadian new signing in January. Oh, she tried to play up this near side to Noel Moritz. That's been a good ball for Arsenal in this first half, but that one was over hit. Noel Moritz couldn't keep it in, and it's gone out for a throw to Aston Villa. We've played 17 minutes, 17 and a half minutes nearly in the sunshine here at Meadow Park. It's a nice day. Last year's game against Villa that we were at, it was raining and chilly actually, even though it was in May. But anyway, this year the weather's nice. Typical end of season weather, isn't it? Where the sun's out. That's a poor clearance over from Hannah Hampton, and Frida Minor was trying to get on the end of it, but the ball didn't quite fall for Arsenal, and Villa scrambled it away. But Rafaela's got the ball again and plays it out to that far side to Steph Catley, plays it up the line to Stina, who's very wide. Couldn't quite get away there from Sarah Malin, but she's won the ball back, Stina. Now it's going to fall, is it, for Jodie Taylor? Not quite. Oh, that's a poor clearance. Aston Villa comes to Katie McCabe. Tries a shot from the edge of the box, but it's just gone wide. And a mistake there at the back from Villa. Was it Jodie Taylor hit that shot? I'm sure it was. No, it wasn't. It was Katie McCabe. It fell to Katie McCabe about 20 yards out. Hit it with her left foot, but couldn't find the target this time. That's her sort of range, though, isn't it? She's got one or two good goals against Aston Villa in the past, hasn't she, Katie McCabe? It wasn't to be on this particular occasion. Steve says there, who's favourite for the Women's World Cup? Well, I mean, England will be one of the favourites, won't they? There's no doubt about that. Obviously, America will be as well. Brazil. Anyway, there's a free kick now. Lotta Wubermoy there on Blinkilder. In fact, she just won the ball there, Lotta. She got her foot in there, won the ball. That's not a foul either. So the referee, I was just praising her, and now suddenly she's made two really bad decisions there, actually. Terry says there, Lotta Wubermoy has massively progressed this season. She has. She's been brilliant. You know, she's played. She wasn't in the team at the start, was she? Because, you know, Leah and Rafaela with a partnership, but due to injuries and circumstances, she's played a lot of games, and she's really come on. She's been brilliant this season, Lotta, and she's cut out those little sloppy mistakes that she generally used to always make. Yes, she made that one in the Champions League, but that was after over 2 hours of football, and it was a tired mind, wasn't it? But other than that, she's had a really good season. Victoria Paloma now coming forward for Arsenal on that far side, plays the ball to Noel Moritz, very central. Noel Moritz, she lets Frida Minor take over. Frida's done really well there, but couldn't get the ball through. But we still got the attack goes with Stina inside the box. The flag's up, is it? It is up. Stina again, flagged offside. Sometimes I'm not always sure if it's because she's made the run too early or because she looks offside when she gets the ball. Because, you know, we're not seeing, obviously you don't get VAR in the WSL. We're not seeing many replays of it. Sometimes it's difficult to know. I think a lot of them are quite tight decisions. And I think maybe she looks offside, maybe sometimes when she isn't, just because of the type of runs that she makes. But she was given offside there, and it is going to be a free kick to Aston Villa just on the edge of the penalty area, which Hannah Hampton is going to take. And Hannah Hampton goes long. It's going to be headed on, though, by Jem Beattie. And Aston Villa, though, in possession on this near side, looking to come forward themselves. That's a good ball played forward there. Now it's come back again to Remy Allen, the captain. She gets it back again inside the centre circle, plays it out to Sarah Malin over on that far side. The right back for Aston Villa. It's a very tight game, really, isn't it? Not much to choose. We're coming up to the midway point in the first half. It is still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. Arsenal have had much more possession. Not really created too many chances, however. And Villa haven't created anything yet, but they're coming forward now with Kirsty Hansen looking to try to find a way through. But Arsenal do well. Rachel Coulsey now plays the ball forward. Jem Beattie steps in, and now Arsenal can come forward. No, they can't. That's a poor ball from Noel Moritz, actually. Looking for Katie McCabe. It ran away from her. And suddenly Aston Villa now are back in possession again. Ball played out to this near side to Pichetta. Plays it infield, but good defending that was there from Victoria Palova. And Arsenal now can build from the back and play the ball forward. Victoria Palova again plays it into the centre circle, but it's anticipated well by Rachel Coulsey. But Lotta Wubermoy steps in to stop that counter-attack from Aston Villa, and Noel Moritz plays the ball up this near side, but there's no Arsenal player there. It's going to run through to Hannah Hampton, the Aston Villa goalkeeper. She's got loads of time with the ball at her feet, out just outside the penalty area now. And now she's going to kick it long up that far side. It's a good ball, actually, looking for Alicia Lehman. That's a terrible touch. But Arsenal give the ball away in midfield, and now Aston Villa coming forward again. Rachel Daly takes over. Ball played out to the far side to Sarah Malin. This is a good spell from Villa, actually. The best spell that they've had in this first half, knocking the ball around pretty well. But Arsenal are defending it pretty solidly at the moment. Lehman again over on that far side, lays the ball off to Maley, gets it back again. Alicia Lehman tries to go past Jodie Taylor, and the referee says she's fouled. I mean, I don't know if it was a foul, really, a bit of a soft one. I think she may have just got a touch on the ball there, Jodie Taylor, but she maybe just caught Lehman just after. And it's a free kick to Aston Villa over on that far side. This is a dangerous moment for them, actually. Terry says that Chelsea have just gone 1-up. Well, that's that decided then. The league title decided. Chelsea have won the league. We might as well say that now because there's no way they're losing that game, having taken an early lead. Anyway, it's a free kick to Aston Villa. Arsenal got to do some defending here. Over on that far side, this free kick. Let's see if they can get the ball into the box. It's a decent ball towards the near post. Rachel Daly. Can she get a cross back in again? All the way across the 6-yard box there, but Jem Beattie's in to clear it away. Little bits of static defending there from Arsenal, actually. And we did manage to get the ball away. Sarah Malin puts it back in again. This time it's Rafaela Souza's header. Arsenal can't get the ball at the minute. Aston Villa having a good spell. Now it's Blinkenkill coming forward up this near side, but well defended again from Lotta Wogamoy. Read the danger, stepped in, and played a nice ball in field as well. Robert says the ref is useless. Katie just had to tell her the rules. Well, yes, but anyway, it's kind of standard in the WSL, isn't it? The refereeing isn't great, is it? But anyway, there's a long ball play forward. Steena's in behind. Can she get there ahead of the defender? Oh, they've both gone down on the edge of the area. Steena's come off worse. Looks like did she fall awkwardly on her wrist? I'm not sure what the referee's given here. It was Danielle Turner came across with Steena. Looked as though Steena was going to get in there just on the edge of the penalty. I'm not quite sure what the referee's given it. It was a long clearance there from Sabrina, the goalkeeper, over the top. And it looked as though she was going to be in there for a minute. Oh, yeah, I think she was caught there on her wrist. Steve says Chelsea done well with all those injuries they have. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Anyway, Steena's still down. It looks like a wrist injury there. I don't know if it was the way she landed or was she caught as she landed by the defender. So all the players have gone for a drinks break. It is a hot afternoon, so we'll maybe let them off this time. I don't like the drinks break situation, but anyway, it is what's happening now. Well, Steena gets some treatment. Let's hope she's going to be okay. And the Aston Villa players getting some tactical information from Coach Carla Ward, of course, a very good coach. She said a few strange things in her time, but she's a very good coach, no doubt about that. Terry says, looks like Russo is joining us without a WSL winners medal. Still, she can have one next season. Yeah, I'm sure she'll get one next season when she's at Arsenal, absolutely. And Jonas now is doing some tactical work with the Arsenal girls as well. And there's a conversation there between Frida and Victoria, the two midfield players there, maybe working out how they're going to deal with the situation. And Captain Katie McCabe as well, very vocal as you would expect. And let's hope Steena's going to be okay. I think it's the way she landed, actually, and we certainly need her to be fit at this moment, don't we, with the injuries that we've got. Jonas looking a little bit cool there in his t-shirt. You know, he's not a suit manager, is he? Anyway, the camera's now going to go back over to Steena, she's back on her feet again, and she's going to have to come off for 2 seconds because she's had treatment. In fact, she's getting some treatment off the pitch now. It does look like it's a wrist, which is now going to be strapped up. I'm sure she'll be okay. Obviously, you can still run with a sore wrist, can't you? So I'm sure she'll be fine. Robert says we are playing very defensive, kind of suffering what the men do as well, back passing when there's plenty of spaces for players to run into. Just that last tap to catch Villa out too safe. Yeah, we're a little bit defensively, but I think we don't want to go behind, do we? So I think it's important that we keep ourselves solid. We know we've got the quality in attack, and I'm sure chances will be created. I mean, Villa aren't exactly come all out to entertain the crowd today, have they? Villa have been very conservative in the way they're playing as well. They've not even had a shot at goal yet, have they? So, but yeah, we need to do a little bit more. Steena's still getting some treatment over on that far side. So we are currently playing with 10 players while she's still getting treatment, and the game carries on. Jodie Taylor trying to close down from the front. She's moved into a more central area. She's been playing out on that left-hand side so far, but she's got a little bit more central now with Steena just having some treatment over on that far side. We've played 27 minutes. Let's hope Steena's going to be able to continue. She's such an important player for us. Anyway, Villa coming forward now. I want to maybe try to take advantage of the fact that we're a player down. Rachel Daly now very deep, plays the ball out to that far side to Alicia Lehman, plays the ball in field. She's going to get it back again. Is she Lehman? She does. Plays it out to the far side. Is the cross going to come in? They've got an opportunity to cross the ball there. It was Blinkhelder, but she didn't. She got it back again though. Blinkhelder plays it back square again. And Villa looking to try to get a cross in there with Lehman. Good defending from Rafaela. And now Jodie Taylor's got a chance to bring the ball away. Surely that's a foul, referee. It is, and the referee's finally given us a free kick. It was Blinkhelder there who committed a foul there on Jodie Taylor. That should really be a yellow card because she's got the wrong side and she was looking for a counter-attack, actually, and she was brought down there. But anyway, it is a free kick, which we've taken. The ball is now back with goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. Now it's up this near side. Lotta Wubermoy plays it forward, looking for Katie McCabe. Just tries to lay it off there to Victoria Palova. It's put out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Is Stina back on the pitch again yet? We've not seen what's happened with Stina. So she's been getting some treatment over on that far side. Anyway, Jem Beattie now plays the ball forward to Jodie Taylor. Good play from her. Finds Lotta Wubermoy. Thinks the ball forward. Stina is back on the pitch. She's got the ball now. Lays it off to Noel Moritz. The ball comes back into Stina on the edge of the area. She's got her wrist heavily strapped now. And she's trying to win the ball back. Hopefully looks like she's going to be okay. Oh, it's a poor clearance. So Victoria Palova gets the ball back for Arsenal. Finds Frida Marnham. Now it's out to Steph Catley. This is a nice play from Arsenal on the edge of the penalty. Steph Catley's going to get in again, is she? No, not quite. Villa clear it away. Steph Catley, of course, scored on the final day of last season, didn't she? That 2-0 win at West Ham. It was her goal. It was our final goal of the season, wasn't it? That sealed that victory. Wasn't quite enough, was it, on the day as Chelsea came from behind to beat Manchester United, if you remember. Dramatic last day. Not quite so much drama from Arsenal point of view this season. And it doesn't look like much drama elsewhere. Chelsea are 1-0 up in their game against Reading. Then, of course, they win that. They do win the league, and Manchester United will end up coming second. Anyway, we're more worried about Arsenal trying to win this game, which so far we haven't really tested Hannah Hampton enough. But Jodie Taylor's done really well there, actually. She's proved to be a decent signing for us on that short-term deal. She certainly contributed much. Not quite managed to contribute any goals as yet this season, but she certainly played well. She's having a good game today. Frida Marnham plays the ball square to Jem Beattie. She shuffles it out to that far side. Steph Catley always looking to get involved high up the pitch, in fact. Is that an offside? Well, that's a very high offside, isn't it? Against Steph Catley there in front of the East Stand. And it's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa over on that far side, which Sarah Maiden's going to take. Now it's back with Rachel Coulsey. And now it's with Hannah Hampton. We've played half an hour at Meadow Park in the sunshine. It is still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0, and not too many chances in this game. It's got maybe a last game of the season feel to it with nothing much to play for. I say we're all but done for the Champions League now, aren't we? We're pretty much sealed it. I say even if we were to lose this game, Man City would need an 11-goal turnaround, which seems unlikely, doesn't it? Let's be honest. So we are pretty much in the top three. So not an awful lot to play for. Villa are going to finish fifth. In fact, Jodie Taylor just committed a foul there, and the referee is going to book her. She didn't book the one on Jodie Taylor a minute ago, which was a worse foul. And Jodie's going to get booked now for that foul, which wasn't quite as bad. It just goes to show the inconsistency of the referees. It's Amy Ferns, actually, the referee is. And she's just given the first yellow card of the game to Jodie Taylor. And not really sure if that was worthy of a yellow card. I mean, she tried to win the ball. It was a foul, but the foul on her a moment ago was probably worse because it stops an Arsenal counter-attack. I don't know. I thought that was a worse foul in these circumstances anyway. Arsenal now trying to press higher up the pitch. We just need to show a little bit more energy in this game, and I think we can go on and score the goal that we need to get ourselves in front. But so far, it's Villa now coming forward over on that far side. Alicia Lehman keeps the ball in, plays it forward, but it wasn't a great ball. And Rafaela steps in. It's going to be a throw though to Aston Villa. But we're reasonably satisfied with how this first half's played out so far. They've played pretty well. They've restricted us to very few chances, and they're coming forward now themselves. Can Blinkhelder get across it? She's done well inside the penalty area. Lays the ball back. The ball's crossed in towards the penalty area there, but it doesn't find an Aston Villa body, and it's Noel Moritz who clears that away. And that was a little bit better from Villa, showing a little bit more ambition now. And they've had a pretty good first half, you have to say. Anyway, they're in possession now. Daniel Turner plays the ball back to Rachel Coulsey. That's a long ball up this near side, but Noel Moritz is going to win the header ahead of Puchetta, and then it is poor ball there actually, and Kirsty Hansen's in on this near side. Can she get across it? She does. It deflected into the box. There's a chance now for Villa across the 6-yard box. Rafaela Souza's there. Not great defending from Arsenal, you have to say, but Rafaela was in there to clear that ball away. Shows how vital that she is for this team. But Villa coming forward again on this near side with Puchetta's done well again, but that was good defending there from Noel Moritz and Lotta between them. Got the ball back, but that's not a great ball out actually from Lotta. We can't get the ball clear at the minute. This is not a good play from Arsenal, but we have won a free kick now. Terry says it's good to see the officials haven't improved from the first game to the last game. Yeah, exactly. They've been consistent, haven't they, all the way through the season? Consistently bad. But anyway, what do you expect? We didn't expect anything else, did we? But that was Villa's best chance there. It was Puchetta there, did really well, built the ball across the 6-yard box, and it was cleared away by Rafaela Souza. That's the nearest we've had to a goal probably in this first half, let's be honest, from either side. Not been the best half of football, if we're totally honest. But anyway, we've played 34 minutes nearly here at Meadow Park. At least it's sunny, at least it's warm, and at least we don't have a massive amount of pressure on us really to get the result, although we want to finish the season well, don't we? Anyway, Lotta Woburn-Moy pings that long ball across the pitch, but it's cleared away again by Aston Villa. And Lehman there got herself in a bit of a mess, and Steph Catley's taken the ball off her and coming forward, plays the ball out to the far side to Jodie Taylor. Jodie Taylor plays it into Steph Catley. Can she get pull the ball back across the 6-yard box? She does. Oh, it was nearly an own goal actually. And Hannah Hampton's had to make her first save of the first half down to her right-hand side. It was great play from Steph Catley there. Got the ball to the ball and pulled it back. And it was a defender that got a touch on that. Was it Rachel Coulsey again? Wouldn't it have been funny if she got her own goal? 3 in the last 4 games it would have been. Anyway, Hannah Hampton there put under pressure. That's a poor clearance actually. And Arsenal now looking a lot more dangerous in the last couple of moments. That ball's fell to Frida Minor edges box. Played into Stina. Stina's inside the box. Oh, good defending there from Danielle Turner. Just got across. Looked as though Stina was just about to pull the trigger there with her left foot. Good defending though from Turner. And suddenly out of nowhere, Arsenal had a couple of opportunities here to take the lead. And that particular one there was on the back of a poor clearance actually from Hannah Hampton initially. And Villa never really dealt with it. And in the end, Stina was almost in for a shot at goal. And Villa still trying to play it out from the back, even though it's not really worked too well for them today. And Victoria Palova now in midfield, battling away with Blinkhelder, and Blinkhelder's done well actually and plays the ball back. There's a nice little 1-2 with Rachel Coulsey, and now Villa can come forward. This is nice football from Villa actually, really good football from Villa. Oh, that ball looking for Rachel Daly there, well cut out there by Jem Beattie, and that was a good move that though, nice football. And Jem Beattie now just gets the ball back to Sabrina D'Angelo. We've got 10 minutes to go until half time. And it's a very, very tight, cagey game. Not much to choose between the sides at all. Arsenal now, they're looking to come forward. Jodie Taylor pings out to that far side. Oh, it's just over here. It was looking for Steph Catley, but it's been over here. It's gone behind. It's going to be a throw to Aston Villa, which Sarah Malin's going to take over on that far side in front of where the changing rooms are here at Meadow Park. And Aston Villa now looking to try to get an attack moving of their own. In fact, that ball ricochets off Frida Minor. It's going to be another throw to Aston Villa, virtually in the same position as the last one. Sarah Malin again with it. And Arsenal now trying to win the ball back. Steen has done really well there, takes the ball off the defender. Now it's Victoria Palova coming forward for Arsenal. It's just going to be the moment. Katie McCabe over on that far side inside the penalty area. She's forced wide, needs a bit of support. She's got it with Steph Catley. And the ball's played back to Rafaela Souza. And the momentum's got out of that attack slightly now, but good play though from Stina there to win the ball back. That's what she does well. But that wasn't a great ball forward there from Jem Beattie, and Villa can pick the ball up again with Remy Allen. And it's now back with Lucy Staniforth, and now Rachel Coulsey finds Sarah Mailing over on that far side. And Arsenal again winning the ball back high at the pitch. It's Frida Marnham inside. It's going to be the moment. Frida Marnham shot pushed away by Hannah Hampton, who does a forward roll off the pitch there after making that save. And that's the nearest that we've come to a goal in this first half for Arsenal. It was Sarah Mailing when there was played the ball in there to Blinkelder. Good play there from Frida Marnham. Got to the edge of the penalty area. Tried to find the top corner, but a good save from Hannah Hampton. But it is a corner to Arsenal. Only our second corner of the game. It's going to be Frida Marnham to take this over on that far side. And let's see if we can get the goal here. Frida Marnham corner to the near post, flicked on. Oh, it's just cleared away. It's going to come to Victoria Palova. Oh, miskicked her shot completely there. And it's gone high over the crossbar. Terry says, come on, chat, hit that like button. I want to see some Gooner Girl goals. Exactly, yeah. Let's get the likes up to 20 and we'll score. I don't even know what they are, actually. I don't know if anybody knows what the likes are. I'll go to check, actually. I'll have a quick check. We'll have a look and see, shall we, what the likes currently are. We need to get it up to 20, really, don't we, to get a goal at least. And then potentially up to 40 to win the game comfortably. We've only got 12, man. Come on, that's not very good, is it? Come on, let's get it up to 20 at least, and then we'll score. If we get it up to 20 by half time. So if you're watching, you haven't given us a like yet, give us a like. And we'll see an Arsenal goal before half time, which is obviously what we want, isn't it? Anyway, it's a goal kick to Aston Villa. Hannah Hampton takes that long. Jem Beattie's header. Katie McCabe tries to win a second header, but Villa have picked up the ball now with Blenkelder, plays it out to the far side to Sarah Mailing. Jodie Taylor comes across well, and Jodie Taylor wins the ball. Is she? Not quite. Sarah Mailing does well to keep possession. But Arsenal have won the ball back now, and Katie McCabe comes there, but Hannah Hampton came charging out of her penalty area and has cleared the ball away. In fact, I think it's gone over the roof of the West Stand into the car park behind the stand, and it is going to be a new ball that we're going to need. And it's a throw to Arsenal, which is already taken. Steph Catley now plays it up that far side. Stina Blackstenius is across there. Running off the ball is amazing, isn't it? She's got the ball again, plays it back to Frida Marnham. Now it's with Lotta Wubben-Moy. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Lotta Wubben-Moy, this near side to Noel Moritz. Gets it back again at Lotta. She's going to put a cross in. She's looking up, looking for a run ahead of her. She's found Frida Marnham instead. Turns away from Remy Allen. So just being forced back. Villa are defending well, you have to say. They're not giving us any sort of space to get in behind. Regenda says we only have 7. We only have 7 what likes. Now we've got 12. I just saw anyway. Noel Moritz now on his near side lays the ball off, looking for Katie McCabe. But Villa do manage to get the ball away, and now they're trying to come forward themselves. But again in midfield, it's Victoria Palova. It was Frida Marnham who won the ball back. Now Steph Catley over on that far side. Can Arsenal get a goal before half time? We're in the 40th minute. Steph Catley now though is going around a long way. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away, and still Villa can't get the ball away on the edge of their penalty area. Arsenal pressing high. But they do manage to get the ball away now, only as far as Rafaela Souza finds at Frida Marnham. This is a good finish to the half from Arsenal. Can we find a goal? Victoria Palova lays it off to Frida Marnham out to that far side to Rafaela, and then she gets it back again, Frida Marnham. And Arsenal keeping possession now, but not really moving the ball forward enough in the right areas, and that's run through to Hannah Hampton, another poor ball forward. And the Aston Villa goalkeeper picks the ball up, and some more time is clicking down. We are now 4 minutes away from half time, but Arsenal going to have won the ball back high up the pitch. Steph Catley over on that far side. She was just caught there by Alicia Lehman, and the referee has given the free kick. And surely that, if you book Jodie Taylor, surely that's a booking as well. A wild lash out there from Lehman, who I think is the most overrated player in the WSL. But anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal. Let's see if we can make Aston Villa pay for that. We play it short though. Rafaeli plays it to Jem Beattie, gets it back again. The Brazilian, last appearance for Arsenal today. Steph Catley plays it inside to Frida Marnham. Frida Marnham now pings the ball up towards this near side to Noel Moritz. Good take from Noel Moritz. Can she get past the defender, Pochetta? No, she can't. She's forced back to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Now it's in to Frida Marnham up this near side to Noel Moritz. It's gone back again to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Now it's with Jem Beattie. It's gone all the way back to goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. I know Arsenal keeping possession well. We're being forced backwards far too often. Or a misclick clearance there, but it's going to run all the way through to goalkeeper Hannah Hampton, who can pick that one up. And we're into the last 3 minutes of this first half. Hasn't been a great first half, it has to say. Regenda says Lehman has so many trolls on YouTube. Well, yeah, but none of it will be to do with her football ability, is it? Because she's just not very good. Terry says, come on, Richard, you keep missing the super bit off. Well, because they're all super, though, Terry. I don't want to just specify one player super, because they're all super, aren't they? Let's be honest. So there you go. Anyway, the ball's over on that far side. Steph Catley has put it out off Lehman. It's a throw to Arsenal in front of the Aston Villa bench. Can Arsenal find a goal before half-time? If we do, we're going to have to get it in the next couple of minutes. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time, won't there, because of Steena's injury. Miriam says there, hey guys, sorry to ask, I've missed some, but will there be extra? There's no extra time now, it's just a league game. If it finishes in a draw, it's a draw, a point each. That's what we'll be doing. Anyway, the ball's there flicked on by Rachel Daly. It finds Lehman again over on that far side. A little bit of space, but Steph Catley's back at her quickly. And Steph Catley takes the ball off her as well. In fact, the referee has given a free kick. Again, I'm not sure that's really a foul. Anyway, for the first 15, 20 minutes, the referee gave hardly any soft free kicks. And since then, she's given loads of soft free kicks. Anyway, I suppose that's the life of a referee. Anyway, the ball's over on that far side. It's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa. Katie McCabe, the captain, is speaking to the referee, who's telling her to calm down. I think she's just making the point there, actually, that not every single foul now is, every single tackle, is a foul. But anyway, it is a free kick to Aston Villa, which Sarah Maley is going to take over on that far side. A minute to go until half-time. Are Aston Villa going to get a lead? It'll be a shock lead if they do. They've not had a shot on target yet. That free kick's fired in. Good header, though, from Rafaela Souza. It's going to be a throw, though, to Aston Villa on this near side. We're into the final 30 seconds of normal time at the end of this first half. I imagine there's going to be a couple of minutes of stoppage time. 2 or 3, maybe 2, potentially. Remy Allen now in possession for Aston Villa. The captain plays it back to Rachel Coulsey. Out to the far side to Sarah Malin. Cuts back inside, finds Lucy Staniforth, then gets it back again. Malin right in front of the Arsenal dugout. And that ball up the lines headed out by Steph Catley. It's going to be a throw to Aston Villa. We've now played just almost played the 45 minutes in this first half. Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. It's going to be another throw to Aston Villa. We'll see the stoppage time. I'm guessing 2 minutes, but we'll see. Anyway, Lehman plays the ball out to that far side. She gets it back again. Alicia Lehman, can she get the cross in? She does, but it's deflected there by Rafaela Souza. But Arsenal don't really get the ball away. It's falling on the edge of the box now to Kirsty Hansen. Her cross is deflected behind by Noel Moritz. It's going to be a corner. Miriam says a stop. Oh, no, there'll be some stoppage time. Yeah, a couple of minutes, which we're into now. We've played 30 seconds of stoppage time. It's a corner to Aston Villa on this near side. Are they going to get a goal before half-time? That would make it a slightly more difficult second half, wouldn't it, if that was the case? But anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens in these last few seconds of this first half. Corner comes in towards the 6-yard box. Sabrina DiBiaso's under pressure. A shot comes in. Rachel Daly has scored. And Villa have scored just before half-time. It's a 22nd WSL goal of the season for Rachel Daly. Sabrina came for that corner. She didn't really get enough on it. She couldn't hold the ball. The first shot came in. I'm not sure who it was. It got blocked. It fell to Rachel Daly. And if she's inside the penalty area like that, she's not going to miss, is she? And she didn't miss. She has fired it home. And Arsenal are behind. Actually, Jem Beattie maybe got in Sabrina's way a little bit there. It came to Rachel Daly on the edge of the 6-yard box. And she's forced it home, and Villa are going to lead at half-time. The final action of that first half, Arsenal didn't deal with a corner, and Rachel Daly has put it in, and Arsenal are behind. And the Golden Boot winner has added another one to her total, and that's the reason why she's won the Golden Boot, because she's in there when it matters, and it was a good finish. Loki says the keeper poor. Well, I think Jem Beattie seemed to be in her way. She couldn't get past it. There was another Aston Villa player there as well. and it wasn't great defending, it has to be said. And Rachel Daly's took full advantage. Miriam says we can turn it around. No, I'm sure we can turn it around. We're going to have to play a lot better in the second half, though, aren't we? Anyway, Villa coming forward again with Remy Allen. We played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time, and the referee there has stopped the ball for a head injury. It wasn't really a head injury. The ball hit Remy Allen on the head when she was already down. A clearance there, and it is going to be a free kick to Aston Villa, or is it just going to be a drop ball? Remy Allen's just getting some treatment on the pitch now. It was a challenge there, first of all, from Steph Catley, and then it was Rafaela Souza's clearance. Just hit her on the head accidentally, obviously, and she's going to be okay. Remy Allen gets back to her feet again. She's got a sore ear, I think. Gigi says there, which team is better in the game? Well, it's been pretty even. Arsenal had more possession, but not really created too many chances. And I mean, yeah, I think a draw would have probably been a fair result at half time. But anyway, there you go. Villa have got the goal, and Arsenal now have got it all to do if we're going to end the season on a high. Lots of Wilbur Moy now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Can we get an equaliser quickly before the half-time whistle goes? Plays it into Stina, gets it up this near side, looking for Noel Moritz. And Noel Moritz has done well, as she. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle. We had 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. Gregory says their defence seems to be our weakness. Well, we've got the second best defensive record in the league, surprisingly enough. But I agree, sometimes our defending doesn't always look the most convincing, but we've got players missing, let's be honest, and we have to take allowances for that. Anyway, it's half time. It is Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. That goal right on half time from Rachel Daly has given Villa a lead that they don't really deserve, if we're honest, over the course of the game. It's been a very, very tight match, and Villa, that's their only shot on target, really, was the goal. And Arsenal haven't really created too much either, if we're totally honest. But anyway, it is Aston Villa are 1-0 up at half time, and yeah, a little bit of a scrappy game, a little bit of an end of season feel to it, you have to say. And unfortunately, there you go. Archduke of Austria says that no one can stop Daly. They can't this season. No, you're right. 22 WSL goals in 22 games, incredible. And yeah, she's got another one today, unfortunately. But then we did say last night on the show that we felt that Rachel Daly would score for Villa. And we would still win in the end, so maybe we'll still be right. But anyway, Miriam says there, put respect on Manu. Well, she's done similar mistakes like that, hasn't she, this season, from crosses into the 6-yard box. So it's not like it's the first time we've ever conceded a goal like that. And Sabrina generally has been solid in those situations, but there she couldn't quite get anything on it. And in the end, it was Rachel Daly who popped it in. Terry says, I blame the chat for not hitting the like button. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to start, I think you guys need to start taking a bit of responsibility for that, actually. I think you're right. Anyway, we'll run through the half-time scores then on the final day of the WSL. Obviously, Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1, as we've seen. Brighton 0, Leicester 0, Liverpool 0, Man United 0. They needed to win if they were going to have any chance of winning a title. It's 0-0 at half-time. Man City 0, Everton 0. They would, of course, need to win They'd need to win, 10-0 now, wouldn't they, as things stand, for them to catch us. Reading 0, Chelsea 2. So Chelsea are going to be champions. And West Ham 2, Tottenham 1. And Tottenham were 1-0 up in that game. But West Ham have come back with goals from Snell and an own goal from Kit Graham. So that is the half-time scores then so far. Not too many goals, is there? It's Sam Kerr and Guru Wrighton who scored for Chelsea. It was Beth England who scored for Tottenham before I say Snell and that own goal. And Rachel Daly's goal. They're the only goals in the WSL at half-time in this first half. So there you go. LG says, Manu, take off your mask. We know it's you. Yeah, quite. It looked a bit like a Manu kind of goalkeeper there, didn't it, for that goal? But I say it was a difficult one because there was an Aston Villa player in Jem Beattie right in front of her. She wasn't quite able to get through and grab the ball, was she? And it has cost us that goal. But anyway, it's only half time. We've got plenty of time, haven't we, to come back. Robert says we should have put those chances away. This is what happens when you're not alert enough. Well, we haven't had many chances, have we, really? I don't remember Hannah Hampton making one save that was almost an own goal. That's about it, isn't it? So it's not like we've had hundreds and hundreds of chances. We haven't been creating lots, have we either? So it's been a very tight game. I say a typical sort of end of season game when there's very little riding on it, maybe. But anyway, there's still the second half to come. I'm sure we'll be better in the second half. That's tended to be the case. You remember the Manchester City game recently when we were losing at half time? We came out and turned that around. We've come from behind lots of times this season, haven't we? So, I'm not overly worried at this stage, but we need to play better in the second half. We need to move the ball quicker. We need to just have a slightly better final ball as well, don't we? Villa have defended well, and they are a decent side, as we've said. But yeah, I do feel as though we need just to be a little bit quicker, move the ball a little bit quicker, and I'm sure we'll be okay in the second half and get the goals that we need to turn this around. But yeah, the season's coming to an end. Not quite the drama that we hoped there might have been on the final day. I mean, Chelsea have won the league now. You would imagine 2-0 up at half time. Looks like Reading are going down as well. And of course, it's Bristol City who have come up from the Championship. So there you go. LG says apparently Vingos-Dottir, the Bayern centre back, is coming to Arsenal. Positive sign. Oh, it'll be a very positive sign if that's true. If that is true, it's only rumours at the minute, but let's see. Let's hope that that is the case, because she would be a good signing. I agree, a really good signing. Let's hope that that's the case. But we'll see. There's going to be lots of rumours and lots of stuff going on during the summer, as there always is when it comes to the transfer window. And let's hope that we can, get the players that we need. But yeah, no, Vingos-Dottir would be a great signing. Absolutely, really, really good signing. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens. It's going to be, I say, an interesting summer, isn't it? But yeah, so. As things stand, and Chelsea are champions, Reading are down, Man United are finishing second, we'll be finishing third, and Man City will be out of Europe completely, which could mean one or two of their players may be available to sign. That would be good. There's a couple there I wouldn't mind us signing, actually, but we'll have to see. I say it's going to be an interesting few weeks in the summer, isn't it? Of course, with the World Cup on as well, it makes transfers a little bit more tricky to complete, doesn't it? Because players that are at the World Cup and then they come back, it's a little bit more difficult, isn't it? But anyway, let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting summer, as I said, but we'll see who we get. Let's hope we do. I'd like to see 2 or 3 really good quality players, and maybe 2 or 3, players, the younger players, maybe to come into the squad, like Katarina Cole, that kind of thing as well, just to give us more depth, because we haven't really had. This season, we've seen, the depth of the squad hasn't been enough, has it? With the injuries that we've had, we are going to get 2 or 3 players back. Of course, we are. We know that. But yeah, let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting summer, as I said, and let's hope that we get what we need. And let's hope the players that are injured come back fit again and firing, because we know that's been a big problem this season, hasn't it? But we've coped as well as we could have expected to have coped in the circumstances. And yeah, we are going to finish third, which is the minimum that we needed to finish, isn't it, really? Terry says, I heard Andreas is still in talks with Bayern. Well, Andreas isn't going anywhere. Don't worry about that. Andreas is he's signing a new contract with. Don't tell anyone yet. It's not been officially announced, but Andreas is signing a new contract with us for next season. It's going to be official in the next few weeks. But yeah, Andreas is staying with us for the next season. So don't worry about that. That deal is pretty much done. So we don't need to worry about that one. But yeah, we hopefully, I say the second half's going to be a little bit better, isn't it? Because that first half wasn't too great, was it? Let's be fair. It wasn't the best game of football we've ever seen, and it certainly wasn't as exciting as we hoped it would have been. But that's life. But it's finished now. We just need to work on the second half. I'm sure Jonas has got some words of encouragement for the girls at half time, and I'm sure we'll be better. LG says, I really want us to win this game despite already knowing we have all qualified for Champions League. I want us to get 50 points to beat the tally of that dreadful 2021 Montemuro final season. I mean, to be honest with you, we've got to bear in mind the injuries that we've had this season as well. It's been tough, hasn't it? Really, really tough. But yeah, it'd be nice to get 50 points again, wouldn't it? I think that should be the target every season as a minimum. And I agree. It would be nice to get there, wouldn't it? But we've got time. Don't panic. We've still got 45 minutes. We've shown that we can come from behind. We've certainly got goals in this team, haven't we? And let's see if we can get at least 2 in the second half to win this game. I'm sure we will. Anyway, don't forget tomorrow. It is, of course, the final day, of the Premier League as well. And although the title's gone, and although Arsenal are only going to finish second, regardless of the result tomorrow, let's see if we can finish the season in style and get those 3 points, which will make it our best points tally since 2008, wouldn't it? If we can win the game tomorrow. And yeah, it's against Wolves at the Emirates. So join us for that. We'll be here at 4:15. It's 4:30 kickoff, of course, the final day. Not a lot of drama, really, is there? The top 4 is already sealed. It's just all the drama tomorrow in the Premier League is who's going to get relegated with Southampton. It's going to be 2 out of 3, isn't it? Leicester, Everton, and Leeds. 2 of those are going to go down, and we'll see who that's going to be tomorrow. So yeah, that's the only bit. I think Leicester will definitely go down, really. But anyway, we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting for that reason tomorrow, isn't it? Wayne says 66 points should be the aim. Well, yeah, 66 points is the aim until you drop some. But you don't need 66 to win the league, do you? Normally 50, 55. Anyway, Terry says Bayern are 1 up, so Andreas will be happy. Let's make him deliriously happy. Hit that like button. Only 8 more for a 2-1 win. I don't know if is 8 more enough for a 2-1 win. I'll have to check on this because what are we on? We're on how many are we on? 21. We're on 21. It says I'm a bit behind. So that would be 30 then. Well, no, 30. We need 9 for 30. So I don't know if it's 30 enough for a 2-1 win. I'm not sure if it is. I think we need to be looking more towards the 40 mark, really. But anyway, Loki says, I want Everton down. I don't know, really. I'm not overly bothered, if I'm totally honest. I'm not overly fussed who goes down, really. I don't know. Everton haven't been relegated since 1950. Is it 53 or 54 or something like that? So the second longest unbroken spell in the top flight behind Arsenal, of course. So that could come to an end, but we'll see. It's going to be a bit of drama tomorrow there, isn't it? But not really as far as Arsenal are concerned. But join me anyway for the game. I will be here at 4:15, I say, for the last watch-along of the season. So that is going to be good. Terry says, I need 100 for a 5-1 win. Yeah, I think probably that is probably what we're looking at. Yeah, I would say. Seems unlikely, but you never know. So yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, join me tomorrow. Last watch-along of the season for the men. And see if the men can go out in style, which maybe we should do really short of the season that they had. Just a shame it wasn't quite meant to be. Yeah, so that'll be that then for this season, won't it? And then on Wednesday we are doing a men's review of the season, and then on Friday we are doing a women's review of the season just to wrap things up. That'll be good, won't it? So join us for those 2 shows as well. They're going to be really good, actually. We'll be giving it our end of season awards, player of the season, goal of the season, moment of the season, stuff like that. And of course, some of the not so wanted awards, like worst game of the season and stuff like that, most disappointing player, stuff like that. So we'll be doing all that during the week. So that's going to be good. So join us for all of that, which we look forward to. But yeah, the last watch along tomorrow, and that'll be the season done. It's been a long season, hasn't it, because of the World Cup. It started earlier, and then all this kind of stuff. So it's but it's going to be over tomorrow. It's been a good season for the channel as well. We hit 1,000 subscribers at the start of the season. The very first game, actually, the Crystal Palace game. During the game, we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're now well on the way to, we're not far off 2,000 as the season has gone on. So it's been a good season on the channel. And we're looking next season to grow the channel even more. I think we'll be doing a few different things. We're going to shake things up a little bit on the channel for next season. We're going to try a few different things as well. And hopefully it'll be stuff that you'll all enjoy as well. Wayne says they're thinking about that if Vingos.tia link may have something to it, because I'm sure Ericsson from Chelsea is going to Bayern, so that would make sense. Yeah, no, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, you're right. They're going to, an extra centre back. Maybe they need to offload one. I wouldn't say necessarily Ericsson is a step up from Vingos.tia, if I'm honest. So that would be, it wouldn't make sense from that perspective. But yeah, I mean, obviously you can't have, maybe they're looking to offload a defender, and if they are, then yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe that could be the reason. Anyway, the Arsenal team are back out for this second half. It looks like we're out earlier than Aston Villa. So I think Jonas has definitely said, look, come on, girls. We need to, it's a big crowd in. We need to go off in style. And that's what we need to do. Villa are coming back out again now for the start of this second half. Arsenal just doing their huddle, actually, in the middle of the pitch, preparing for the second half, where hopefully we can come out with all guns blazing. Andy says, why is Ford not in the squad today? I'm not sure. I only found out myself when the squad was announced that she wasn't there. So I don't know. If anybody knows, if anybody's heard what's the problem with Caitlin Ford, please let us know, because, yeah, I don't know why she's not in the squad. I was very shocked when I saw it and she wasn't there. I'm like, oh, okay. Not quite sure, but anyway, I'm sure it must be an injury or an illness or something like that, you would imagine, because she wouldn't be left out, would she? She's been playing so well. Bear in mind, she's only just back from an injury. She had a couple of good games, but has she done too much or not? Anyway, it looks like we've made a substitution at half time because Katerina Kuhl has come on. Is it Stina went off because of that injury that she picked up? Quite possibly. But it certainly looks like Katerina Kuhl's come on for Arsenal at half time. I'm sure we'll find out. It is, yeah, Katerina Kuhl is on for the second half. It is Stina Blackstenius has gone off. Must have been an injury. Because I say she did suffer that injury, didn't she, in that first half of her wrist, and maybe she's just in too much pain. Anyway, we are back off and underway. So Jodie Taylor's going to be playing as a centre forward. Katerina Kuhl looks like she's going to be on the left-hand side. Katie McCabe on the right. And Aston Villa has kicked off, and we're back off and underway. And LG says, Jonas, coach Vingos.tia at Rosenborg. Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go then. Maybe there is more to it than we think. Let's hope so, because she's a very good player. And that would certainly solve one of our problems next season, wouldn't it? One of our issues in the team. A few more would still need to be sorted. Katie McCabe in possession for Arsenal over on that far side. Oh, she overrun that a little bit. Gave Prachetta the chance to win the ball back. And now Aston Villa are trying to come forward themselves. Had that goal right at the end of the first half, didn't they? Which has put a totally different complexion on this game. But Arsenal, okay, we're good at coming back from behind, aren't we? We've done it plenty of times before. And I'm sure we've got the capabilities of doing it today as well. But we are going to have to play a lot better in that final third than we did in the first half. Anyway, Aston Villa coming forward again. The start of the second half, looking for a goal. Prachetta over on that far side. Can she get a cross in? She was just more content to keep that ball in play there, first of all. And now it's played back in to Danielle Turner. Plays out to that far side. Villa have started the second half well. Sometimes a goal just before half-time makes a big difference, doesn't it? Gregory says, come on, you girls, get an early goal. Yeah, it'd be nice to get an early goal, wouldn't it? But there's plenty of time. The good news is there's plenty of time, isn't there? Without Stina, we're going to have to certainly play a slightly different way, aren't we? Jodie Taylor's dropping a little bit deeper, but now Hannah Hampton in possession goes long, but it's gone out of play. Her distribution with her feet isn't always that great, is it, Hannah Hampton? And I don't know whether that's one of the reasons why she doesn't really get to play too much for the Lionesses. She's a good all-round goalkeeper, but I'd say that's the one thing that maybe lets her down a little bit, isn't it? Her distribution with her feet. And this afternoon, she certainly kicked the ball out of play quite a few times. Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward now. Sabrina plays out to Katie McCabe over on that far side, plays it into Victoria Pelova. Nice ball up this near side for Steph Catley. She's got Katerina Kuhl in front of her. Katerina Kuhl, her first real involvement here, plays the ball back square to Steph Catley on the edge of the box. Oh, she couldn't quite take it in her stride. Had she managed to do so, she may well have got a strike away. Anyway, Villa now coming forward on the counter-attack. The ball's played through to Blinkelder, going to go through. Oh, she tried to find Rachel Daly. The ball's fallen to Alicia Lehman. Cross comes in, and Rafaela Souza is there to clear it away. Steve says there, Everton like KFC original, don't want them gone. I don't really eat KFC, but anyway. It is going to be a throw to Aston Villa on this near side. We've played nearly 3 minutes of the second half, and Arsenal haven't really come out any better yet, have we? Big crowd behind the North Bank in the Arsenal attacking in the second half, so let's hope they can help to suck the ball in a little bit more. Hannah Hampton's going to go long this time with a clearance. Again, it's not a great ball, is it? And lots of Wilbermoy won the header, but it's not great. Not great play actually there from Noel Moritz. And Villa can come forward again. A cross comes in towards the near post. It's going to be a chance for a second goal. Lehman's shot. It is a second goal through Sabrina D'Angelo. And Alicia Lehman has got a goal. And it's a disaster for Arsenal at the start of this second half. And suddenly now, Man City, if they can hear this, they can get a few goals. It could make it quite nervy, but it's 2-0 to Aston Villa. Not great defending from Arsenal. We gave the ball away, actually. The ball came down that far side. The cross came in. Arsenal cleared it away the first time. The ball went through Rafaela Souza's legs and maybe unsighted a goalkeeper, Sabrina D'Angelo. It went through her legs as well. And it is 2-0 to Aston Villa. Wow, what a shock at the start of the second half. So goal either side at half-time. And Arsenal now have really got it all to do if we're going to come back into this game. 49 minutes played. And Aston Villa are now 2-0 up. And suddenly Arsenal really got to wake up now if we're going to end the season with a result. Always a poor back pass there from Lotta Wilbermoy, and Sabrina D'Angelo's had to sprint to get that. And can only really just keep it in and put it out for a throw. Arsenal just all over the place now at the start of the second half. Really, really poor. Miriam says, oh, no, indeed. Oh, no. But there is still a lot of time. That's the main thing about it. There is still plenty of time for us to come back into this game. And now we've got an opportunity. Katie McKay's picked the ball up on this near side, having a run, brings the ball forward. We need a captain's contribution from Katie McKay. There's no doubt about that. She's got all the way up the other end of the pitch, plays the ball back in to Katerina Cornets with Steph Catley looking for a bit of support. Katerina Cole does well on the edge of the box, done really well. Finds Frida Marnham. Is it going to be Frida Marnham that helps get us back into this game? Rafaela Souza plays the ball square. And again, the momentum's gone out of that attack. Villa have defended well. Looked like they're pretty determined. They wasn't going to concede 7 as they did last year. Miriam says, who scored number 2? It was Alicia Lehman scored. Poor defending from Arsenal. The ball went through Rafaela Souza's legs and the goalkeeper could have maybe done a bit better. Katerina calls ball into the box, but it's not a very good ball. And it's run straight into the arms of Hannah Hampton. And she's not in any rush. The Aston Villa goalkeeper gets back to her feet again. We've played 5 minutes, nearly 6 minutes of the second half. And it's not been a very good start to the second half at all. It is Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 2. We haven't lost at Meadow Park all season, actually. It'd be a shame to lose on the final day, wouldn't it? But certainly, unless we can find 2 goals from somewhere, we will be losing this game. All our other home defeats have come at the Emirates this season, not here at Meadow Park. Villa coming forward again, looking for a third goal. Kirsty Hansen tries to chip Sabrina D'Angelo, but that's a decent save there from the Canadian. And Arsenal looking a little bit shaky at the minute. A good play there from Kirsty Hansen. A decent attempt, actually, from the edge of the penalty area. But good save there from the goalkeeper. Archduke of Austria says, Man City just need 8 now. They lead 1-0. Miriam says, Aston Villa are nothing compared to what we can do. You're absolutely right, they're not. But we just haven't really got going today, really, have we? Certainly not in the attacking sense. But anyway, there's still plenty of time. Sky says, I think we will stay third. Yeah, I think we'll stay third as well. But we want to finish the season on a high, don't we? You know, we deserve to finish the season on a high because, you know, we've done so well for so long. And, we just need to up our game a little bit. And I say we've not lost at Meadow Park since the FA Cup semi-final defeat to Chelsea last year. So it's been a long time since anybody's come to Meadow Park and won. But Aston Villa may well be breaking that record today, perhaps. Anyway, they're playing the ball out from the back, and they're doing it pretty well. They get the ball forward, but there's nobody there. Jen Beattie's there, and she's got a lot of time on the ball and plays it back to Sabrina D'Angelo. Regendra says, as I said, it's sad that she gets all these bad trolls on Instagram, also being photoshopped. Yeah, no, it is bad. And, she's quite... Oh, no, we've given the ball away again. Rachel Daly's going to score again, is she? Oh, brilliant tackle from Lotta again. And every time Lotta makes a mistake, she does tend to make up for it. And she got back there at Rachel Daly. Really sloppy play that was there from Lotta Woogamoy. Initially, Rachel Daly must have felt she was going to score, line herself up, but Lotta was in there. Brilliant, brilliant tackle from Lotta. And that's kept us in the game. It really has. But going back to Labour, yeah, I mean, she gets a lot of trolls on Instagram, but she's quite happy to be on social media herself, and that's one of the consequences, isn't it? But not that should happen. Sky says, is Ford and Lena injured? I think so, yeah. I mean, I haven't really heard. Neither of them are in the squad. We could have done with Caitlin Ford today as well, couldn't we? But we said that quite a bit this season. Anyway, it's corner for Aston Villa, and Sabrina again struggles a little bit to get there. But the ball's gone out for a goal kick. And Arsenal really, really are struggling to get to grips with this game. Probably one of our poorest performances of the season, really. And Sabrina D'Angelo just gone down injured, actually. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I think she's going to need some treatment. So we'll see. There's a few Aston Villa fans there behind the goal. They're enjoying their day out in Hertfordshire today in the sunshine, seeing their team winning 2-0. And they're going to finish 5th, Aston Villa. And that's a good season for them, isn't it? You have to say. A really good season for them. Anyway, Sabrina's going to have to receive some treatment now. And let's hope she's going to be okay to carry on. The referee gets a drink there out of the Arsenal kit bag. Let's hope it's got some Arsenal portion in it to make her give us a few better decisions in the second half. Is it a knee injury maybe she's got? Not quite sure. She's getting some lengthy treatment though. Is it an ankle maybe, or is it? I know it looks like it's inner thigh, maybe groin area that may be injured. She's just getting a few stretches. Let's hope she's going to be okay. Miriam says, is there any way we can lose 3rd spot? Yeah, we could potentially. It obviously takes us to lose Man City to win, and there would need to be, I think is it a 10 or 11 goal swing. At the moment, there's a 3-goal swing. So it's going to take a lot of goals for Man City or us to concede a few more. For that to happen. I mean, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. It seems very unlikely. But then us losing 2-0 at home to Aston Villa seemed very unlikely before the game. And we've just tried to play out from the back and it's gone out. Oh, it must have been deflected. It's a throw to Arsenal, which Noel Moritz is going to take. Sabrina's okay, by the way. She's back up on her feet again. And I'm sure she's going to be okay. Oh, some more chaotic defending from Arsenal. We're just all over the place at the minute here. It really is a poor performance. We just can't string 2 passes together. And in fact, I think Jodie Taylor was offside. Yeah, really, really poor passage of play. This has been at the start of the second half for Arsenal. We played 11 minutes of the second half, and really, it's even worse than the first half, and that wasn't great, was it? We need to find something from somewhere. It's a free kick to Aston Villa, which Hannah Hampton, again, her distribution isn't great. She's kicked it straight out again for a throw. That's something that she really does need to work on, the Aston Villa goalkeeper, if she is going to force her way into the England team, or the England squad. Certainly, she's not going to get past Mary Earps, is she? Let's be honest. Yeah, Victoria Palova's done well over on that far side. That's a good ball to Katie McCabe. Oh, it's ricocheted nicely for Jodie Taylor. The flag's gone up for offside. I don't know who was offside there. The Arsenal fans behind the assistant there, not too impressed with that decision, but I'm not really sure whether that was a good decision or not. But it didn't look like she was offside, Jodie Taylor there. But anyway, maybe she was. It's been given us offside anyway. Whether we thought it was or not is irrelevant because the flag's gone up and it's a free kick to Aston Villa, which isn't great, is it? Anyway, we've only got 22 likes. I think that's why we're losing. We need to get it to at least 30. Come on, guys. If you haven't liked it yet, give it a like. Give us a like. And then if we can get it up to 30, we're going to see the start of this comeback. And hopefully it's going to be an exciting finish to this game, an exciting finish to the season. Miriam says there, shout out to Mr. for keeping us updated. No problem at all. It's just that's what I'm here for. Anyway, is it a throw to Aston Villa or free? It's a free kick to Aston Villa over on that far side, just in front of the changing rooms there, the tunnel area. And Aston Villa looking for a third goal. In fact, they've looked more likely to get a third goal in the second half. Some sloppy defending from Arsenal really has been. Anyway, this free kick now, Arsenal going to have to deal with this. It's going to be another ball towards the penalty area, headed out though by Jem Beattie. The second ball flicked on by Jodie Taylor to Victoria Palovic. You're going to get there first. No, she isn't, because again, Aston Villa have picked the ball up and Arsenal just can't get going. And Jodie Taylor's going to chase this ball down, but Hannah Hampton's clearance again isn't a great one. And Frida Marnham, who's not had much impact on this game at all, has she, Frida? Maybe we need a big moment from her. Katie McCabe now battling away in midfield. Now the ball is with Frida Marnham. Is this going to be the moment? She's got Noel Moritz outside of on that far side. Noel Moritz is crossed to near post. Jodie Taylor. Oh, it's flicked just wide. At best moment of the second half. Good move that was over on the far side. Frida Marnham found Noel Moritz. Really good cross it was. Lovely movement there from Jodie Taylor to at the near post. Got a flick on the ball. It beat the goalkeeper, but it was always going wide of that far post. Could have done with that going in, actually, because that would have been that could have been a really, really big moment in this game. Archduke of Austria says City are 2-0 up. They still need a few more, don't they? But let's get the job done at our end first. Let's come back into this game. But we only need a point, of course, to guarantee third spot. A defeat may still be enough to get us there, but I think City must have heard that we're losing, and maybe they've suddenly thought, you know what, let's try and get some goals. But we shall see what happens. Let's have a look at what the other scores are then. Well, we've got a little break in play. It's only got Man City 1-0 up on here. It was Buddy Shaw with that goal. It's 2-2 West Ham Tottenham now. Beth England's got another goal. She's got to be a shoo-in for the World Cup, hasn't she, Beth England? Number of goals she scored for Tottenham, surely. Anyway, Man United 0-0 at Liverpool. And Chelsea are still 2-0 up at Reading. They are about to be crowned champions again, aren't they, Chelsea? But we've got our own little battle to worry about here, haven't we? Hannah Hampton again with a ball at her feet. Pings it into midfield. It's flicked on, but there's no Villa player there. In fact, there's an offside, I think, and Arsenal have got a free kick. We've played 60 minutes. It's a big half hour coming up this for Arsenal. Can we find a way back? Can we find a goal? That's a long ball forward there from Jem Beattie. Finds Steph Catley on this near side. Keeps it in. She's got Katarina Kuhl for support. Katarina Kuhl's done well there. She's got two players around her. Kept the ball well. Finds Rafaela Souza. This won't be a nice way for Rafaela to go out, will it? If we lose this game. Maybe stick her up front for the last 10 minutes if we're still losing. Lotta Wuba-Moyes closed down. The clearance there has hit Kirsty Hansen, who's done well. Kirsty Hansen plays it in to Rachel Daly. Good defending, though, from Jem Beattie. In fact, I think the flag was up for offside anyway. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Rafaela Souza now brings the ball out of defence. Nice play from her. Good ball as well. Finds Frida Marnham. Frida Marnham up that far side to Noel Moritz. It just runs away from her, though. And Katie McCabe's won it back, though, for Arsenal. Katie McCabe goes around the outside. Can she get a cross in? It's deflected behind. It's a corner to Arsenal. That was much better. Katie McCabe, the captain there, taking control of the situation. It is 2-0 to Man City. Lauren Hemps just scored. Arsenal are still hanging on to third place. Let's have a look at what the goal swing is now. We are still, is it 8 in front? So at the moment it's okay, isn't it? Or was that before the games today? No, I think that's up to date, isn't it? Anyway, we've still got enough time. We've got a corner. Let's even get a goal back now. and hopefully we'll be set for a big finish to this game. Anyway, Steph Cutty's going to take this corner from the far side. It's going to be whipped in to that near post, you feel. It's just moving the water bottle out of the way, Steph. We know her deliveries from corners are generally really good. This one comes into the edge of the 6-yard box, looking for halfway. She couldn't quite get there, but it's going to fall to Jodie Taylor on this near side. Puts a cross back in again towards the far post. Header comes in. Oh, it was lots of Wilbermoy. Couldn't quite get enough on it. But again, Villa can't clear it away. And they've done well over on this near side now. Counter-attacking opportunity. Kirsty Hanson again, who's had a good game for Villa. Goes around the outside there, puts a cross into the box. There's nobody there. Sabrina D'Angelo. And that was a little bit better from Arsenal there. A couple of good balls into the box there. Couldn't quite get anything on the end of it to get the goal that would put a different complexion on this game. Maybe give us a little bit more belief that we can still get a point from this game. Be disappointed to lose again, wouldn't it? It'd be a 5th league defeat of the season. We only lost one last season. We do know the reasons behind it, and of course we have to take that into account. Frida Marnham now plays the ball forward to Katarina Kuhl, looking for some support. She's going to go herself on the edge of the box. The ball comes through to Jodie Taylor. Falls to Katie McCabe inside the box. Oh, she couldn't quite get a shot away. Good defending again from Villa. You have to say they have defended very well in this game. But we've not quite been at our best, have we, in that final third? Maybe taking too long to make a decision. And it's costing us. Now we're coming forward again now. Noel Moritz on this near side. Plays the ball forward up the line to Jodie Taylor. She's onside, is she? No, she's not. The flag's gone up. And it's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa. Steve says, not our best side out there. No, it isn't our best side out there, no. But it's a side that's won a lot of games this season. So, obviously, Stina not being fit for the second half made a big impact as well. Aston Villa have now got an injury. Lucy Staniforth has gone down. And she's going to require some treatment as well. And we're going to have a little bit of a break in play. Maybe this is what Arsenal need. We're midway through this second half. Or coming up to the midway point in the second half. And we still not really got going yet, have we? A little bit better last 5 minutes. We had a couple of good balls into the box, but again, we've not really forced Hannah Hampton into a save, have we? And it's been disappointing in that regard. They're just showing a second goal again. Not great defending. Rajendra says some players not played together in matches. I don't know, but this team really has been the team that's played most of the recent games, haven't they? Really, when you think about it, yes, it's not the team that we would pick if everybody was fit. We know it wouldn't be, but you know, we certainly have. It's a team that's played a lot of games recently together, and it's just been one of them performances today, hasn't it? It's been really, really flat, slow, and it's just not been great, is it? Steve says maybe 7 players out. Yeah, there probably is, isn't there? You've got Laura Wainwright, Leah Williamson, Leah Vaulty, Kim Little, Beth Mead, Vivian Miedemar, Caitlin Ford, Lena Hertig, a lot of players out. Rajendra says, so not in tune with each other's positions and actions. Take 5 or 6 games. Yeah, but I say this team has been playing probably 5 or 6 games or more, haven't they? When you think about it, pretty much, yes. Leah Walty being missing the last 2 or 3 games has had a big impact. But other than that, really, this has been the team that's been playing. This was a team virtually that played in the semi-final of the Champions League, isn't it? Almost. You know, one or 2 differences, but it's not like we've suddenly just thrown this team together in this game. It's been a team that's played regular for the last few games. So I don't know. It's just, I mean, you get games like that, don't you? It just doesn't quite happen, does it, for one reason or another? You know, slightly, I believe as well. When you don't feel as though you've got a lot to play for, you know, the third place was pretty much done, mathematical miracles aside. And I do think maybe that makes a difference to how you approach a game. Anyway, Lucy Staniforth's having to go off now due to that injury. So Villa are going to be making their first substitution of the game, taking a long time over it as well. It's Simone McGill coming on, just back from injury herself, of course. Missed most of the season, hasn't she? Villa only have 1 more outfield player on the bench. So that could be where they fall down in the closing stages of this game potentially. Katie McCabe looking to make something happen for Arsenal. Looked like she was blocked off there. The crowd certainly thought so. But the referee says no again. It is going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Arsenal try to move the ball, get the ball moving quickly, but we've just lost possession again. And Villa coming forward on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Oh, that's a nice play there from Rachel Daly, but she's fired it over the top of the crossbar. Lovely turn. Good feet from Daly there. But from a tight angle, she fired over the top of the crossbar. But that was a good play again from Villa. Arsenal just not really on their game at all. But you could have almost been a penalty there. Norwich came a little bit late there, but play went on and fired over the bar. Rajendra says, not really, 2 to 3 players in and out, normal players. Yeah, but I mean, every team makes changes to the team. Archduke of Austria says City had another one. No, they haven't, have they? I think it's still 7 goals. I think there's still a 7-goal swing in our favour, so they're going to have to score a few more. Or maybe we might find a goal and change this whole game. I don't know whether anybody's telling the players at Man City are suddenly starting to score some goals and we need a couple ourselves. But anyway, we might have an opportunity here. The ball played up this near side. Steph Catley hasn't really been in the game in the second half, has she? Rafaela Souza plays it back to Jen Beattie. We wasn't expecting too much drama today, was we? But we thought we were pretty much home and hosed in third place. But suddenly now, I wouldn't say it's quite nervy yet, but there's been a 5-goal swing in City's favour. They needed, 11 before the start. So it's nearly halfway. They've almost halfway turned it round, haven't they? So, although half of that's been down to our performance in this game. Here, we're coming forward now. Steph Catley on this near side. I don't know, I know Aston Villa are defending well. They've got a good shape, but we seem very reluctant to play the ball forward at the moment. It's very sideways and backwards. Frida Marno pings the ball out to that far side, looking for Noel Moritz, but Villa do get the ball away again, and they're looking to come forward themselves with Kirsty Hansen, who's done well actually. She played well against us last time, and Arsenal. That was surely a foul there on Noel Moritz, and that's going to be a yellow card as well for Simone McGill. A late challenge there on Noel Moritz, and it is going to be a yellow card. The first yellow card to Aston Villa. And that was definitely deserved there. Katie McCabe telling the referee what she thought about that. And Noel Moritz, I think she's going to be okay. And it is going to be a yellow card for the Aston Villa substitute. Simone McGill's going to just come on. And she just had some injury problems herself. So, anyway, it is a yellow card. And we've got 20 minutes to play. LG says we must be careful of a potential Man City Everton match fixing. Well, I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't really matter if that's a match fixing. We need to do our job, and we haven't done so far. And if we did miss out today by some miracle of whether it's match fixing or whatever it is, we'd only have ourselves to blame for this performance today. Here, we had it in our hands to get the point that we needed, and we've not been good enough. So we'd only have ourselves to blame if that's what happens. But anyway, there's still some time left. If we can get a goal soon, Aston Villa don't have a lot on the bench to come on, do they? So they just won themselves another corner though, and they've certainly dug in today, Aston Villa, haven't they? And they've probably been the better team in the second half. That goal just before half time really has changed things. And Arsenal don't have a lot on the bench now, do we, really? Gio, yes. Michelle Aubameyang, yes. These are players who could come on and do a job in an attacking sense. Freya Godfrey as well. But anyway, we've got a corner to defend for the time being. If we can see the third goal, it really would be nervy time, wouldn't it? That's headed away at the near post by Frida Marnham. And now Arsenal trying to come forward but not been able to. Villa still in possession on the edge of the Arsenal penalty. That's a good tackle there from Katie McCabe. And it is going to be a throw to Aston Villa. And we have got 19 minutes to play. Can Arsenal salvage something from this game, which we need to do? It is 3-0 to Manchester City. So, yeah, it is getting a little bit nervy. Bunny Shaw with another one, but it's a big 20 minutes coming up in both of these games now. The ball's played back there to Hannah Hampton, put under pressure from Jodie Taylor. You can see how much we're missing Stina in this second half, can't you? We felt we haven't looked like scoring at all, really. And that ball played forward there by Rafaela Souza wasn't a great ball. And that header wasn't great either, but Frida Marnham's picked it up. Oh, that's a poor ball forward again from, I think it was Lotta Wuben-Moy. And we've given it straight to Kirsty Hansen, who's going clear down that far side. Good play from her. It's going to be 3-0. Oh, it's put over the bar. Big chance there from McGill to make it 3-0. And that surely would have sealed it for Aston Villa in this game and, you know, would have put us under real pressure for third place, wouldn't it? Kirsty Hansen, it was there, played the ball in and McGill's put over the crossbar there. Free shot from about 10, 11 yards. And Arsenal again have just given the ball away. LG says Grandma Taylor doing grandma things. Yeah, a little bit. I kind of agree with her. She's certainly she's not Stina, is she? Bless her. But anyway, let's see if we can somehow find a goal. But Aston Villa are still winning the ball back and denying us any meaningful possession at the moment. Puchetta came forward over on that far side, finds Kirsty Hansen. That's better though. That is surely that's a foul. Referee says no. We keep possession anyway. Lotta Wuben-Moy pings the ball to this near side to Steph Catley, looking for a little bit of support. Steph Catley doesn't really have any. They're just to lay the ball off to Rafaela. And that's with Jem Beattie. Plays it back to Sabrina D'Angelo. So knocking it around at the back, but not really threatening to get the ball forward, which we need to do. Lotta now bringing it forward for Arsenal. A long ball over the top, looking for the run of Jodie Taylor. She's on the side, a little bit of space over on that far side. Katerina calls it a near post. Steph Catley's in there as well. The ball comes across, not a great cross, headed away. That was a good opportunity for Arsenal. No one really attacking that near post. Noel Maritza over on that far side puts a cross in again, and it's been cleared away. The fans behind the goal claiming a penalty. An Arsenal player went down in the box there. Referee not having none of it. It didn't look like a penalty to me, let's be honest. Just desperate shouts there from the fans behind the goal on the north bank. Lotta Wuben-Moy now in possession. Slightly better this from Arsenal. We just need to kick that ball forward. Here we come forward again. Noel Maritz. She's got Frida Marnham went ahead of her, but she's gone back instead to Lotta Wuben-Moy. Plays it forward in to Victoria Palova. Are we going to find a goal now, which would set up a really exciting climax, wouldn't it? Now, suddenly there's a little bit of space here over on this near far side for Victoria Palova. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in. It's just cleared away again, though, at the near post, but not very far. Katie McCabe picks it up for Arsenal. Katie McCabe cuts inside, goes round Alicia Lehman. Can she get a cross in, though? She's not able to yet. Plays it back instead to Rafaela Souza. She's going to line a cross up. She does line a cross to the near post. Oh, Frida Marnham was in there, but she couldn't quite get the right contact on. It's bounced off Frida. It's gone behind for a goal kick. I'm certainly blaming this new kit. They should have kept the old kit on. You don't wear next season's kit until next season. You don't wear next season's kit this season. Otherwise, what do you expect to happen? So that's the problem. That's the reason why we're losing this game. We're wearing the wrong kit. Anyway, it's 15 minutes to play. It is a goal kick to Aston Villa, which Hannah Hampton is going to take. A little bit of a better spell from Arsenal there for 10 minutes, or 5 minutes, but not enough to test the Aston Villa goalkeeper, which we've not done enough of in this game. And that's why we haven't scored. And Katie McCabe tries to win the ball back. The referee's given a free kick. You saw what Katie McCabe thought of that. Not very impressed. And Aston Villa got another free kick. It's certainly not been Arsenal's day today, has it? And we're going to be finishing the season. Looks likely with another defeat. Be 2 defeats in a row. But if we get that third place, we'll live with that, won't we? Villa, though, looking for more goals. It's Kirsty Hansen again causing the problems over on that far side. She's probably been Villa's best player. Her and Rachel Daly. Anyway, we've managed to win the ball back now. Victoria Palova. And surely that's a foul there by Remy Allen. It is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. 14 minutes to play here at Meadow Park. Arsenal heading for a defeat. Remy Allen actually gets a yellow card there, the Aston Villa captain. And she does apologise there to Victoria Palova for that foul. And it was it was clearly a yellow card offence. Anyway, it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal now. Midway inside Arsenal's half, it's going to be Lotta Woober-Moy with it. Plays it back to goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. That's with Jen Beattie. Arsenal keeping possession, but we're not going to score a goal with the ball here, are we? Steph Catley plays it back to Katie McCabe. Plays it forward, looking for Jodie Taylor. It falls instead to Steph Catley. Jodie Taylor's picked the ball up now. Plays it forward to Steph Catley on the edge of the box. Steph Catley, can she get a shot in? She finds Katie McCabe. Can she dig out a cross? She does. Oh, it's going to come to Jodie Taylor on the edge of the box. Can she get a shot away? No, she can't. Freedom Arnhem does, but it's straight at Hannah Hampton. We finally get a shot on target in the second half, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. But that was a little bit better from Arsenal there. Good cross from Katie McCabe. Good defensive header, actually. It fell to Jodie Taylor. She should maybe hit that first time. Instead, it was Freedom Arnhem's shot, but it was far too straight, far too comfortable there for the goalkeeper. And we could have done with that attack ending in a goal, really, couldn't we? Jen Beattie's put under pressure, though, there from McGill, who's done well. Ball played back out to Hanson. A crossing again. Rachel Daly's there with a header. Oh, she should have maybe done better, Rachel Daly. We know that she can. You know, she's good in the air. It's a free header. What's that, 7 yards out? And she's headed it straight at Sabrina D'Angelo. That would have finished it there. And that would have been another disaster for Arsenal. But anyway, we've survived that one. Can we find a goal back? Jen Beattie pings this ball to Katie McCabe in midfield, put under pressure, and then she was fouled, but Arsenal keep possession. Victoria Pelova plays the ball up that far side. Wasn't a great ball, and that's been our problem today. Our passing has been really off. Now, Villa coming forward again. Jen Beattie's done well, though, and the ball does go back to, well, it was going to go back to Sabrina, but Rafaela's took over. And there it does go back to Sabrina into the last 11 minutes. Are we going to get a dramatic finale here at Meadow Park? Are Arsenal going to find 2 goals and get a point and avoid a first defeat at Meadow Park this season on the final day? Certainly not looking that way, let's be honest. If anything, Villa look much more likely to get another goal. They're coming forward again. McGill tries to thread that through to Rachel Daly. Good defending from Rafaela. And now, again, Arsenal can't get the ball away. We can't hold it up. We're missing Stina so much in the second half. And Villa they're looking in complete control as we head towards the last 10 minutes. Mailing now plays the ball forward there to McGill, who's done well, twisting and turning away. Plays the ball back to Blinkel, plays it to this near side to Alicia Lehman, fires a cross in, but it's a good header from Jen Beattie. Now, can Arsenal get the ball forward? Victoria Pelova it is, plays it in to midfield. Again, it's a poor ball, and Arsenal is giving it away far too easily in the second half. They really have. I think we need a couple of changes. Maybe get Gio on, maybe get Michelle Abimang on. Let's try to put this Villa defence under a bit of pressure in these last 10 minutes and see if we can salvage something here. Because the way things are going, we don't look as though we're going to score, do we? Let's be honest. It's been really, really flat. It's been really, really poor. And we're heading for a final day defeat. Kirsty Hanson to get over on that far side. Does well. Tries to play a 1-2 with Bruschetta, but Lotta Woober-Moy should see this out. And in fact, she's won the goal kick there off the Aston Villa defender. It looks as though Arsenal are going to make a substitution now. I saw somebody ready to come on. I didn't see quite who it was. It is Gio. Gio is coming on. I'm not sure who's going to go off. Be interesting to see what change there's going to be. It's going to be Jodie Taylor. So Jodie Taylor won't be finishing second spell at Arsenal with a goal. She's going off. She worked hard today, but never really looked like she was going to get the goal that we needed. A little bit more responsibility on her in the second half with Stina off, but she wasn't able to do the job at all. And it's going to be disappointing end maybe to her second spell at Arsenal by the look of it. Regenda says there, Katrina lacks confidence. Yeah, she does. I think you're right. She does lack confidence and belief maybe in herself. She's got a lot of ability, but yeah, it is a confidence thing, I think. I think you might be right. Anyway, Jen Beattie takes his goal kick. Sabrina doesn't want to kick the ball. Obviously, that injury is still troubling her. Anyway, Villa coming forward again, and Arsenal are limping over the line to a third place in this game. That cross comes into the near post. Sabrina's done well there. Regenda says now Gio and Katrina need to step up. Yeah, I want to see what Gio can do now. She's got obviously she looks like she might be playing as a centre forward, so we'll have to see what she can do. Sabrina's kick up this near side looking for Katie McCabe. She doesn't win that ball. Is Gio going to get her first touch? She's chasing the ball down. Good play again from Aston Villa. You have to say Aston Villa played well today, but we have been miles off what we would have expected our performance, what our performances have been. It's almost like all those big games that we've played in the last 2 months of the season with such a depleted squad, the effort that we've put in, it's almost like it's maybe caught up with us a bit today. Anyway, Gio now on his near side, 7 minutes to go. Is this going to be the big finish? The big finish, maybe. Can we find something from somewhere? Frida Marnham plays the ball back to Rafaela Souza. It's not going to be the way she'd have wanted to go out either, is it? Anyway, Gio now having a run at Aston Villa defence. She's done well. Can she get the cross in? Gio always hit a defender at the near post. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Miriam says Katrina needs confidence. She'd be good. No, you're right. I absolutely agree. She's got all of the characteristics to be a very good player. But yeah, she just needs a little bit more. There's an Aston Villa player injured just by the side of the pitch. Just move her off the pitch. Just get on with it. You know, she blocked that cross there. It did hit her in the face, but she's right near the edge. In fact, she went off the pitch initially and then came back on again to be injured. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's Sarah Mailing actually, but they should have. She was off the pitch when she got injured. She rolled off the pitch and now she's put herself back on again. It's just ridiculous, and it's just a way of wasting time. Anyway. She is back up on her feet again. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal when the game does get back up and underway. It's going to be some more stoppage time. Regenda says the goalie brought her back on. Oh, did she? Oh, that's why she's getting a yellow card. So Hannah Hampton just got a yellow card for that bit of gamesmanship there to waste a bit of time. And what they need to do now is they need to not let her back on until we've taken this corner. I think that's the only fair solution. So they're going to have to defend this corner with one player down. And I think that's what has to happen, because that was all a bit silly, wasn't it? Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal on this near side. If we get a goal now, it's certainly going to be interesting, isn't it? For the last 5-6 minutes plus stoppage time. The corner comes into the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's a Villa head, and Hannah Hampton's going to catch that on the second attempt. And she was then fouled by Katie McCabe, who's clearly wound up. And Hannah Hampton's gone down injured now. And I think Katie McCabe's going to get a yellow card. And she's protesting her innocence, Katie McCabe. She's explaining to the referee what happened, but she's going to get a yellow card. And you can't really have too many complaints, if we're honest. There was no need to make that challenge. Hannah Hampton had the ball, and Katie McCabe, I don't know why the referee doesn't need to ask her name. She's the most booked player in the league, isn't she? And she's still protesting her innocence, Katie McCabe, but there's no point. It was clearly a foul, and it's clearly a yellow card. There was just no need to make it. It's frustration, that's what it is. I mean, Hannah Hampton's got the ball. She did briefly drop it, and then she stuck her foot out, Katie, and caught the Villa goalkeeper. Anyway, Hannah Hampton is going to be okay. We're into the last 4 minutes of normal time. There is going to be a big chunk of stoppage time, you would imagine, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save the day for Arsenal, if we're totally honest. We haven't really looked like scoring in the second half. It has been poor. Everton have just pulled a goal back against Man City. So, funny enough, the goal scorer for Everton is called Hope, and that's just ended Manchester City's hope of a comeback. Man U have scored as well. They are now beating Liverpool 1-0. Garcia it is with the goal for them. Leicester beating Brighton 1-0 as well. So they would have been safe regardless of Reading winning. And it looks as though we are going to stumble over the line to finish third. Not the way we would have wanted to, but anyway, we've done the job, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? Anyway, the ball's now back with Sabrina D'Angelo. kicks it towards the centre circle, and suddenly now it's fallen to Katie McCabe, and Arsenal have got a couple of players over. It's come to Katerina Kuhl on this near side. Can she get a cross in? She's going to leave the ball to Steph Catley, but she's still got it now. Katerina Kuhl plays it square to Victoria Pelova, trying to get a shot around the edge of the box. It comes to Katie McCabe. Now Katerina Kuhl in the box. Can she get a shot away? Oh, she tried to bend it into that far corner, but it's gone wide. And that's the end of that. Gregory says at 6 minutes. Well, there's less than that now. There's going to be some stoppage time. You'd imagine there's going to be 5 or 6 minutes of stoppage time. Yeah, I don't know if that's what you mean, 6 minutes of stoppage time. It might well be. But we are going to stumble over the line for 3rd place. But it's still been a great season. And we need to appreciate that. We've won a trophy. We got to the semi-final of the Champions League. And we can see the progress in the team, even though the league positions dropped 1 position from last year. You can still see the progress that there's been. And I think that's what you can hope for, isn't it? You can only hope for progress in the team, can't you? Anyway, Aston Villa now in possession over on the far side, looking to just see this game out. Gio chasing that down. It's gone back to goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. Gio puts on a bit of pressure, but the goalkeeper managed to get it out. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. We're into the last 90 seconds of normal time. Regenda says at least that she's shot. Yeah, at least she had a shot. Yeah, stoppage time, Gregory. Yeah, there will be. We'll find out how much stoppage time there'll be in a minute. Hopefully, there'll be about 10 minutes and we might be able to get 2 goals, but who knows? We certainly haven't looked like it, have we? Let's be honest. It's been a really poor performance from Arsenal. Abby says there, I hope we have some great signings as Chelsea is going to sign Macario and Ashley Lawrence while we lose Rafaela. Losing her is a big loss for the defence. No, it is, you're absolutely right. Archduke says 4 months until next WSL game. It is 4 months, yeah. You know, Katerina Kuhl's done well. Plays the ball inside the penalty area. Victoria Pelova. Katerina Kuhl gets it back again. Can Arsenal at least get a goal back, if nothing else? Gregory says a healthy team would be great indeed. Miriam says we need signings for sure with better healthcare. Well, I don't know if it's the healthcare is a problem, really. We've been unfortunate with some of the injuries, haven't we? Anyway, Jem Beattie now in possession for Arsenal. Why don't we just throw Rafaela up front, see if you can get a goal? The ball plays forward. They're looking for Gio. It's gone back to Hannah Hampton, her clearance. We're into the last few seconds now of normal time. We're about to find out what the stoppage time is going to be. Rafaela's header there is going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Just actually, Sabrina there under a bit of pressure there from Rachel Daly. Ball's now gone to Lotta Wilburn-Moy. We've played at the 90 minutes. And the ball's just gone out of play there. No, it wasn't a great ball from Lotta Wilburn-Moy. This second half has been really poor, actually, from Arsenal, you have to say. It's been a really poor way to finish the season. Maybe it deserved a better finish the season, really, didn't it? Anyway, it is going to be another substitution for Aston Villa. It is their only other substitute. Chantel Bohr-Horlock's coming on for Remy Allen for stoppage time. And it's just a bit more time wasting from Aston Villa, which they've done a lot of in this game. But it looks as though they're going to go away with 3 points. Regenda says, was it 9 minutes come up, did it? Wow, okay, 9 minutes. Well, there you go. 9 minutes is all right, isn't it? LG says Dortmund's currently winning the league despite losing at 2-1. Are they really? Well, anyway, we've got 9 minutes of stoppage time here then, which is going to be good, isn't it? We could still score 2 goals in 9 minutes. Gregory says 9 minutes, really well. Apparently, I didn't see the board actually, so I'm not really sure how many minutes that there is. But if there is 9 minutes, that's pretty good, isn't it? There's been a lot of time wasting from Aston Villa actually, so maybe that's what's happening. You know, Villa coming forward again. It won't help us if Villa get a 3rd goal, will it? It won't matter how many minutes of stoppage time. It's probably not going to help us anyway. Let's be honest. But Arsenal look very, very lethargic. We've looked very lethargic from the start, actually, you have to be said. But anyway, they've given a lot, haven't they, in the last couple of months of the season in particular. And you have to say they've done well. Gregory says 9 is an upside down 6. Well, it is, yeah, it is an upside down 6. You're absolutely right. And I don't think it's going to still be enough time for us. We've won a throw over on that far side with Noel Moritz. And we need a goal now, really, don't we? Just to at least make it interesting and see if we can preserve our unbeaten record at Meadow Park. We just won a free kick, though. Katie McCabe was fouled. And Kirsty Hansen is going to get a booking there for not allowing Katie McCabe to take that free kick quickly. She's kind of had too many complaints. She's played well, Kirsty Hansen, actually, for Aston Villa today, on loan, of course, from Manchester United. And we've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time. Just before the game finishes, we're on 24 likes. Let's get it up to 30. Eh? Come on, another 6 likes. And it's not going to make much difference to the score, probably. You never know. It might do. It might lead to a dramatic comeback from these girls that really have got nothing left to give. There's nothing left in their legs, is it? You can clearly see that today. That's a long ball forward from Rafaela. And Gio's picked it up on his near side. Can she get a crossing running at the Aston Villa defence? Gets inside the penalty area. Gio thought about a shot. Thought better of it. Found Victoria Pelova instead. Twisting and turning on the edge of the penalty area. Victoria Pelova. Can she get a shot away? She does get a shot away. But again, it's straight at goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. And it is looking as though it's not going to be our day today. LG says there, Bayern just scored. Bayern are winning their 11th consecutive Bundesliga title. Well, it is a surprise. Terry says, may as well be another hour and a half. I still don't think we'd score. No, I think you're right. I don't think we would have done today. Gregory says, Katie McCabe should get a goal. She has played her heart. Yeah, she's played her heart out, yeah. They've all played their heart out. Today, they just had nothing left in those legs, have they? Their legs just haven't had anything left to give. And I suppose it's not surprising when you think of what's happened in the last few months of the season. Again, we're just giving the ball away really sloppily. And Aston Villa do look more likely to get a third goal than us get one back. We've played 4 minutes of the 9, so there's still 5 minutes to play. But are we likely to get even one goal, let alone 2 that we need? Probably not. Anyway, let's see what happens. It's a throw now to Arsenal over on this near side, which Rafaela Souza is going to take, throws it in field to Victoria Pelova, twisting and turning, plays it square to Lotta Wouba-Moy. Oh, that's a poor ball from Lotta again, and she's looked very tired in this second half. And that cross comes in. Jem Beattie's a cross, so clears it away. Is it going to be a throw to Aston Villa over on that far side? Really, really poor this has been. We've played nearly 5 minutes of stoppage time, 4 more to play. But as Terry rightly said, we can play until Christmas in this game. I don't think we'll score. Just one of those days that happens. And I just think that it's just caught up with us, hasn't it, the last 2 months? But we are going to limp over the line. We are going to still finish in 3rd place. We are going to qualify for the Champions League, certainly for the qualifying competition, which starts just after the World Cup. And that cross comes in. Sabrina D'Angelo's there at the near post. And we've got 3.5 minutes of the season remaining. Can we somehow get an exciting finish to get a point in this game? It's not going to make any difference. We've qualified for the Champions League, and I think we need to, appreciate what the team have achieved, and just understand that, with the team that we've had, the players that we've had out injured, it was never, ever going to be easy. And I just feel it's all just caught up with us today. Anyway, it's a free kick now to Arsenal. We're into the last 3 minutes of stoppage time. The last 3 minutes of the season, a season that's going to end disappointing. Rihanna says there a goal would be nice. It would, absolutely. It really would. Steve says there 11 straight titles. They don't care about other sides would be allowed here in Australia. Try to keep it even. Right, here we go. Who else coming forward again? Oh, we're going to get a goal at the end. It's a cross from Noel Moritz. And it's going to reach Steph Catley on this near side. Pulls it back to Katarina Cole. Whips the ball into the edge of the 6-yard box. And Aston Villa don't really deal with that particularly well. And Hannah Hampton's now dived on the ball. And you do feel as though that we aren't going to score. Rihanna says that we need Leah back. We do. We need both Leahs back. Unfortunately, they're not going to be back this season. And Leah Williamson won't won't be playing until the very last period of the next season, will she? If we see her back in March, I think, she'd have done pretty well, let's be honest. We've played 7 minutes of stoppage time. We still go on. There's 2 minutes left. Poor clearance from Jem Beattie finds Kirsty Hansen. She's just going past players that are not there. Is that going to be a third goal? That's a great save, actually, from Sabrina D'Angelo. It would have been a great goal. That's a great moment at the end of this season. Great run there I say a great run from Kirsty Hansen. There were some very, very tired legs there from Arsenal. Jem Beattie and Frida Martin. The shot come in, going in the corner. That's a good save at full stretch, the way to her right-hand side. Rihanna says, "Big up Arsenal." Indeed, yeah. We've got what we needed to do done this season. We've qualified for the Champions League, and we've won a cup. So it's been a great season. Terry says, "Good save." It was a good save. Villanaz is playing for the corner flag, and it is going to be a free kick to Aston Villa, and they're not going to get the ball in the box. They're just going to waste these final few minutes of this game, few seconds of this game, and we're going to end the season with a defeat. But we have qualified for the Champions League. We've got third place, and we've got to be satisfied overall. It's just frustrating way to finish, isn't it? With 2-0 defeats in the last two games. Aston Villa just looking to keep the ball in that corner flag for these last few seconds to see the game out. But Arsenal do manage to get the ball away. Victoria Palova kicks out of the pitch, but no Arsenal players up there. And then the ball goes all the way back to Hannah Hampton. We're into the last 30 seconds of the season, and it's a season that has brought us rewards. So we'll look back on it with a lot of pride when it comes down to it. Not from this game particularly. It is a throw to Aston Villa. In fact, it's a throw to Arsenal. This is going to be the last moments of this game, the last moments of the season, a season that's seen Chelsea win the WSL once again. Reading have been relegated, and Manchester United and Arsenal will be in the Champions League as well, alongside Chelsea next season. Arsenal looking to maybe for one little final flourish. Gio is held up there. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We're going to have one last opportunity. We've played the 9 minutes of stoppage time. We are going to get one more opportunity to get the ball forward. Jem Beattie with this free kick. There's nobody up there. Absolutely nobody up there. We're just giving the ball away. And that's pretty much summed up this game. In fact, there goes the full-time whistle. The season's finished. Not the ending that we wanted today. Aston Villa played well. Give them credit. They look as though they could be one of the teams threatening that top four next season. Well-coached team. And they play well today, Aston Villa. But it just wasn't to be Arsenal's day. It was a very flat performance, very leggy. We looked in that second half in particular. These girls have given so much for so long. Eventually, it was going to catch up with us, wasn't it? And it's caught up with us in the last couple of games. The Chelsea last week, and then again today. This was probably our worst performance of the season, if we're honest. We were really, really flat, really poor, never really got going. And Aston Villa, you have to say, over the 90 minutes, deserved to win. They could have won by more goals. We're disappointed. Of course, we are today. It wasn't how we wanted to finish the season. Aston Villa had a point to prove today, I think, after getting hammered here last season and the last game of the season. So they didn't want to do that again, and they haven't done. I think that's the first time we've ever lost to Aston Villa in the WSL. And they fully deserved it. There's no doubt about that. Steve says they're proud of girls this season, how far they have gone with the team we had. Bring on 23, 24. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. Jen says it's good to see so many teams getting better. It gives us more of a challenge to win and win in Europe. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Rihanna says they did well, though, overall. I 100% agree. They did it really, really well. Gregory says, does being third for Champions League mean we have to play extra elimination games to further qualify? Yeah, exactly, yeah. There's a little qualifying competition that's starting just after the World Cup, actually, in August. We'll have to play a couple of games. Then we get the qualifying games. And then we'll have, if we get through that, there'll be a knockout or a two-leg knockout kind of game as well. But we're in it, and that's the main thing. We couldn't have come second after a lot. We lost last week. We were relying on other results. We've done what we had to do at the end of the day. We've won a trophy, and we've got that top three position which we needed to do. So, overall, it's been a successful season. We've ended our trophy drought, and that's been really important as well. And I just feel as though with the injuries that we've had, we've just we've just run out of legs at the end of the season, haven't we? And we've limped over the line. And yeah, the last thing we needed to do was concede just before half time today. And unfortunately, we did with Rachel Daly's goal. And the second half became a struggle, didn't it? Let's be honest, a real struggle. Rihanna says, amazing live. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to give it a like before you go, and subscribe as well would be nice, wouldn't it? And I think that second goal there from Lehman kind of sealed it all, didn't it? Really sealed the deal for Villa. And that was it, really. Steve says, made Champions League for next season. Yeah, no, we've made the qualifying section, and I'm sure, we'll have a great chance of getting through that. Bearing in mind, though, it is straight after the World Cup, couple of weeks after the World Cup. We'll have a lot of players at the World Cup, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, we've done all we can hope to do today. We've finished third, and that's what we needed to do. So yeah, let's look back on the season with a lot of pride. And it's been a successful season, hasn't it? Any season that you win a trophy is a success, isn't it? Archduke of Austria says, I'll be missing these live streams during the summer, but thank you for all the watch-alongs this season. No, thank you very much for joining us, mate. It's really appreciate you're watching. And we'll be back soon. Obviously, the World Cup in the summer, we'll be doing some watch-alongs for that as well. And obviously, the game tomorrow, of course, the men's game, we'll be here for that one. Rihanna says, bring on the next season. Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to see. We want to see some new faces arrive, don't we? And we want to, we want to look forward to a successful season again. But it's been a successful season. I say any season you win a trophy has got to be a season that you look back on with a lot of pride, because it's difficult to win trophies. It's hard to win a trophy. And we won one. We beat Chelsea in the final. We had a great run in the Champions League, got so close to the final, didn't we? But when you think about it now, as disappointing as it was that night to lose that game at the Emirates, you've got to say that had we been facing the Champions League final next week with this squad of players looking as leggy as we did today, we would have got hammered by Barcelona, let's be honest. And at least that way, we don't have to go through that stress, do we? Terry says, I'm more disappointed for the goals. They looked absolutely shattered. Yeah, they did. At the end, literally, they had nothing left to give, and you can't feel anything but pride for the season that we've had, what they've put in. And unfortunately, today it wasn't enough. But over the overall scheme of things, Rihanna says, "I'm off. Have a good night." And yourself, yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully, see you very soon again. It is. We have to leave the season with a lot of pride for what we've achieved, and hopefully, I say we can bounce back next season, and go on and win even more trophies. It's a good place to start the Continental Cup. It's not the best trophy to win, but it's one that's ended our drought, and hopefully we can push on from here. Get some new players in, get some players back fit that have been missing, key players, and hopefully next season will be even better. That's what we hope. Regina says, if we would have got to the final, they would challenge to get a venue to take the number of Arsenal. Yeah, exactly. But they'd already settled on the venue, hadn't they? It was in Eindhoven, isn't it, the final? But yeah, I don't think our team had anything left to give, really. So, it is what it is. We've had a good season. I wouldn't really change too much. I'd like to have seen what this team could have done with a fully fit squad, but Chelsea difficult to beat in the league, aren't they? Over 22 games, so I don't know. But yeah, we have to have a lot of pride for the season, and look ahead to what's going to be an exciting summer and hopefully a really good season next season as well. But yeah, it's been a tough season in many ways, and I say we will be here on. We will be here on Friday with the gang to look back on the season as a whole, give out some awards and all that kind of stuff. So please join us for that if you can. And of course, tomorrow I will be back as well for the men's watch along, the final Premier League games of the season. Sorry, we'll be looking forward to that as well tomorrow. So join me at 4:15 for that game tomorrow. It's going to be good, isn't it? And hopefully the men can end the season a little bit better than the women have managed to. I say today just wasn't our day, was it? We didn't play particularly well, didn't have any legs left at the end, and it's the way it goes, isn't it? We've got a comment that says, keep fighting. Indeed, yeah, we'll keep fighting. I'm sure we will. Terry says, still a bit of good news. Viv is back at the gym, light jogging. Yeah, that's right. She is, yeah. It'd be nice to see her. Well, we look forward to seeing all our injured players back next season, don't we? Back fitter and stronger than ever. And let's hope that that's the case during the season. It's going to be good next season, is it? As they start getting back fit again, all the players. You know what I mean? It's going to be nice to start seeing them back in the team, isn't it? One by one. Be Beth first, then Viv, then Leah, then Laura, and the others. So it's going to be good. Steve says, bye all till men's game v Wolves. Rich Terry, yeah, see you later, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And yeah, the season's going to be concluded tomorrow, isn't it? The watch-alongs for the season, the last one tomorrow. So yeah, if you are around, join me for that one. Hopefully Arsenal can end with a victory, at least the men can. The women wasn't able to today. A really disappointing performance. It finished Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 2. A goal in each half. Rachel Daly and Alicia Lehman with the goals for Aston Villa. And we finished third. And we have qualified for the Champions League qualifying section, which was what we hoped was going to be the case today. And we did that. So yeah, good stuff from the girls. Really, really good. We did what we had to do over the season, and yeah, that's all we need to worry about. So don't be too worried about this result today. You could see how tough this game was, how difficult it was for the girls. So it was hot. We had nothing left to give, and yeah. But let's not let that cloud our judgment on the season. Terry says, "Take care, Steve. See you tomorrow." Yeah, indeed, you'll see you tomorrow, Steve. So yeah, that's it then. Not the finish that we wanted to see, but having said that, we can't feel anything but pride in the season that the girls have put together. You know what a great season it's been. Steve says, "Catch you all tomorrow." Yeah, see you later, mate. Take it easy. So yeah, it's been a good season, hasn't it? And I think that's the most important thing that we need to take from this. And hopefully, yeah, we can all be back next year, fighting fit and ready to go. So yeah, that's it then for the WSL season, the watch-alongs this season. I mean, I want to thank everybody for watching throughout the season. The viewing figures have been great. A lot of people watch these watch-alongs. I love doing them. You guys seem to like watching them. So looking forward to getting back again next season. I say the World Cup will do a few as well. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone really for joining us on all these shows throughout the season. And look forward, I say, to more going forward. So we're going to have a few differences maybe on the channel next season, a few different things here and there. We're going to have a little mix up and try and keep things fresh for you. But we're still going to do these watch-alongs for the women. Terry says, massive thanks to Jonas and the girls. Great entertainment. Exactly, yeah. They've given everything, haven't they? I say they've filled us with pride, and that's the one thing that the most important thing that's come out of this season for me. So yeah. But yeah, I say, thanks to everyone for joining in these watch-alongs this season. It's been great. Terry says, chat needs to hit them likes next season. Yeah, I think the chat needs to contribute more likes next season if we're going to win the league title. But no, just thanks to everyone for watching and supporting what we're doing. I say particularly the women's watch-alongs, the stuff that we do for the women's team. It's been really well supported, so I really do appreciate that. And we'll keep going next season, and hopefully we'll be bigger and better along with the team. While the team looks to improve, we'll look to improve our coverage, what we do as well for next season. So, but I say the season's not quite finished yet, is it? We've got a game tomorrow, so please join me for that if you can. I look forward to seeing you for that one. And yeah, it wasn't the finish for the girls. They didn't deserve a finish like that, did they? Today, really, for the way the season's gone, how much they've given, but. Yeah, I just think the legs wasn't there today. I think, I think the mind wanted to do it. I don't think the body was able to today, was it? Unfortunately, but we're not going to be too critical of them. They've had a great season. They've worked so hard, and they need the break now. Let's be honest. I think we all do. But yeah, so it did finish at Meadow Park. Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 2. Our first defeat at Meadow Park this season. Disappointing way to finish, but. We finished third. We got the job done we needed to do. I remember after the Emirates game when we lost to Wolfsburg, we were in fourth place, and I think we were thinking, did they have any left to give to be able to get that third place over the line? We managed to do it. you know, we sort of struggled over the line in the end, but we got it done. That win against Man City, that goal from Katie McCabe proved to be the crucial one, didn't it? At the end, it really did. But yeah, we managed to get it done, and that was great. Terry says, "Well, Richard, thanks for a great season you have provided for us all, and a massive thanks to Mum for letting you entertain us all. Many thanks, mate." No, I mean, I say it's nothing about you guys watching. You know, to everybody that supports the channel, all the members, everybody, really, really massive thanks. And I'll say we look forward to helping to keep growing the channel next season. That's what it's about, isn't it? But yeah, I say nothing but pride, really. We've got a comment there. It looks like a Chelsea fan, maybe. But enjoy your moment. You know, well done, Chelsea, for winning the league. They've been the best team again. But I'm sure next season, with a fully fit squad, it's not going to be fully fit all season, is it? Because they're not going to be fit, some of them still. But with the new players, with a fitter squad, I'm sure we can run Chelsea closer next season. If not, take that title off them. You know, we showed in the cup final, we showed in the games against Chelsea this season, we can compete with them now. We've just got to translate that over 22 games, haven't we? And see what happens next season. But yeah, I've enjoyed the season. It's been great. Not how we wanted it to finish today, but irrelevant to that, we've had a great season, and we need to show, I say, great pride in these girls, what they've done. So, but yes, that's it. And I say thank you very much to everybody for joining me today, for joining me throughout the season, for the support that you've shown to the channel. I say this season we've grown so much. It's been mad, really, just incredible. And I say that's thanks to all you guys out there that have joined us for the shows, whatever shows that we've done. And I say there's still a few more shows yet this season. I say tomorrow's watch along. We've got the 2 season reviews, Wednesday and Friday. Still loads to come, so please join us for that. Robert says, "Well, next season is a winner, absolutely no doubt." Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. That's all we can hope for, isn't it? Every season we want to end up winning the trophy. We did it this season for the girls. It was great, and hopefully there's more to come. And I'm sure there is. And there's certainly more to come on this channel. So join me tomorrow, 4:15, for Arsenal versus Wolves in the Premier League, the final game of that season as well. And then the season reviews during the week. And then maybe we'll have a break for a couple of weeks. I'll do some drone stuff on the other channel. And then we'll be back probably for the World Cup. 1 or 2 other bits through the summer, I'm sure, as well. Robert says, "Sorry, Rich, visitors. Thanks for the broadcast." No worries at all, mate. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm glad you're feeling a lot better anyway. I know you've had a few health problems recently, so it's good to see you back up and on your feet again. That's the main thing. So yeah, thanks everyone then for watching and stuff. We will see you tomorrow for the Wolves game if you want to join us for that one, or I will see you for the men's season review on Wednesday, the women's season review on Friday, and then next weekend we can chill and have a couple of weeks off, and then we'll be back with some new content for you for the summer and for the World Cup, and then of course heading in to next season. So we look forward to all of that. Robert says, "I'm in UK July the 18th. Oh, fantastic. You'll enjoy it. Hopefully the weather will be nice. It's nice at the minute, so you should be in now. This weekend's been lovely, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it when you're here in July. I think the World Cup, I know the World Cup won't have started then, will it? So we'll see what's happening. But yeah, anyway, that's that then for today. It finished Aston Villa, Arsenal 0, sorry, Aston Villa 2. Rachel Daly and Alicia Lehman with the goals. Terry says, "Thanks again, Richard, Robert, all in the chat. Have a nice break and see you all next season. Indeed, I'll see you tomorrow." Robert says, "Stay safe." Well, and yourself, mate. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 4:15. Come on, you Gunners. Let's have a better finish to the season for the men. But it wasn't to be today, but a great season. Well done, girls. We really have enjoyed what you've brought us this season, and we look forward to the World Cup, and then of course the new season. So we got 3rd place. We're in the Champions League, and can we go one better in the Champions League next season as well? Wow, lots to look forward to coming up, isn't there? So it's a good time to be an Arsenal fan at the moment. We're enjoying it. Hope you are too. If you have, give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We will see you tomorrow. Come on, you Gunners. Thanks for watching, guys. To Arsenal now, Frida Marnham again inside here looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again.